Abanawa, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, transliteration, our Father.
Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, I'm calling out to you, how are we crying? I'm off from seeing we living in anguish, in the gates thereof the language. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, I'm calling out to you, how are we crying? Turn off from seeing we living in anguish, in the gates thereof the language.
Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth, just the same. YHWH, 4 letters found in Dead Sea Scroll caves. Romans 10:13, whoever so calls on that name, the same shall be saved. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we forgive these debtors. Stultifying us creditors, Esau playing editor, defacing artifacts, showing true Jews had melanin. Finna call Chris Hansen in to catch these spiritual predators who pervert depictions of the Son of Man's skin. But let the dust settle in and await for Yahweh Shai to crack that dome as the sweetest metronome. To hear that so far from the sky, praying for forgiveness of sin. Ain't no retry. I'm praying that that gulf in the end isn't so far between you and I. I'm praying for 12 tribes to combine under the commandments of the Most High. As I face the east and say his prayer every sunrise.
Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, I'm calling out to you, how are we crying? I'm off from seeing we living in anguish, in the gates thereof the language. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, I'm calling out to you, how are we crying? I'm off from seeing we living in anguish, in the gates thereof the language.
Now it's Shabbat Shemayim. My heart is crying. Israel is dying in sin. I am wondering, when will this horrific rule of Edomites will end? Time's prophecy. Ezekiel waves a cock at me. I rebuke him for hate speech. They want to lock up me, but there ain't no way they stopping me from dropping these bombs of truth. Chosen people worshiping Zeus, calling him Jesus. He's really Caesar. Bullshit. I prophesied to Israel. 2/3 can't hear. They are bowers, trappers, and pimps of the year. Fly guys, Benjamin B on that, I. Selassie, Molly got dreads high. Not from Kwam Yasha'ala. Birds fly up and try to holler. Arm, leg, arm, con. That spells Allah, the power. What will you do in that final hour when the sky is cracked by that woolly hair black Yahweh Shai? Gun in my face, death in my eye. Life or death, live or die. Murdered by my own con. Life or death, live or die. Murdered by my own con.
Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, I'm calling out to you, how are we crying? I'm off from seeing we living in anguish, in the gates thereof the language. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, I'm calling out to you, how are we crying? I'm off from seeing we living in anguish, in the gates thereof the language.
It's massive killing, boom, boom. There ain't no Thanksgiving. Yahweh willing, you will see why your words can't hurt me. You jive turkey, you've been chilling with a Edomite woman. Ate a piece of a pie, caught syphilis and genital herpes. You hate sisters, you got screwed, little mister. Not trying to dish ya, this should really uplift ya. With the ruah, if you knew what I just said, you would want to step to it. You refuse to, you a sucker. Like a hooker, you just blew it. Lollipop, and I knew it. T-Doc recordings, this crew is spiritual lyrics. Debtors wanna sue us. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, our Father which art in heaven. Abanawa. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Transliteration. Our Father.
Abanawa Shabbat Shemayim. I'm calling out to you, how we crying. Turn off from seeing we living in anguish. And the gates thereof the language. Abanawa Shabbat Shemayim. I'm calling out to you, how we crying. Turn off from seeing we living in anguish. And the gates thereof the language.
Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth, just the same. YHWH, 4 letters found in Dead Sea Scroll caves. Romans 10:13, whoever so calls on that name, the same shall be saved. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we forgive these debtors. Stultifying us creditors, Esau playing editor, defacing artifacts, showing true Jews had melanin. Finna call Chris Hansen in to catch these spiritual predators who pervert depictions of the Son of Man's skin. But let the dust settle in and wait for Yahweh Shai to crack that dome as the sweetest metronome. To hear that so far from the sky, praying for forgiveness of sin. Ain't no retry. I'm praying that that gulf and the end isn't so far between you and I. I'm praying for 12 tribes to combine under the commandments of the Most High as I face the east and say his prayer every sunrise.
Abanawa Shabbat Shemayim. I'm calling out to you, how we crying. Turn off from seeing we living in anguish. And the gates thereof the language. Abanawa Shabbat Shemayim. I'm calling out to you, how we crying. Turn off from seeing we living in anguish. And the gates thereof the language.
Now it's Shabbat Shemayim. My heart is crying. Israel is dying in sin. I am wondering, when will this horrific rule of Edomites will end? Time's prophecy. A T-girl waves a cock at me. I rebuke them for hate speech. They wanna lock up me, but there ain't no way they stopping me from dropping these bombs of truth. Chosen people worshiping Zeus, calling him Jesus. He's really Caesar. Bullshit. I prophesied to Israel. 2/3 can't hear. They are borrowers, trappers, and pimps of the year. Fly guys, Benjamin B on that, I. Selassie, Molly got dreads high. Not from Kwam Yasha Allah. Birds fly up and try to holler. Leg, arm, con. That spells Allah, the power. What will you do in that final hour when the sky is cracked by that woolly hair black Yahweh Shai? Gun in my face, death in my eye. Life and death, live or die. Murdered by my own con. Life and death, live or die. Murdered by my own con.
Abanawa Shabbat Shemayim. I'm calling out to you, how we crying. Turn off from seeing we living in anguish. And the gates thereof the language. Abanawa Shabbat Shemayim. I'm calling out to you, how we crying. Turn off from seeing we living in anguish. And the gates thereof the language.
It's massive killing, boom, boom. There ain't no Thanksgiving. Yahweh willing, you will see why your words can't hurt me. You jive turkey, you've been chilling with a Edomite woman. Ate a piece of a pie, caught syphilis and genital herpes. You hate sisters, you got screwed, little mister. Not trying to dish ya, this should really uplift ya with the ruah. If you knew what I just said, you would want to step to it. You refuse to, you a sucker, like a hooker, you just blew it. Lollipop, and I knew it. T-Doc recordings, this crew is spiritual lyrics. Debtors wanna sue us. Abanawa Shabbat Shemayim. Our Father which art in heaven.
obituary shaded, praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or with Satan? But now will Yahweh please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness. My obituary shaded, praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or with Satan? But now will Yahweh please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness.
My obituary shady, I'm praying I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or will Satan take it? Our Father up in heaven, let me not be forsaken. While they rap about lies, beef they never had. Put this pen to this pad, shoot what make you mad. Fabricate a story, that shit they never did. Rappers fantasize about lives I used to live. Get up in the morning, fight, shoot or still. What I'm telling you is real, saw some get killed. 13 in the street, prepare for the beef. If I didn't hustle hard, dude, I didn't eat. Knock, 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 trick or treat. Remember the time we stuck up Mr. Lee? Yahuwah, please forgive my house had no heat. Ran out of that government cheese. Calluses on my knees. Prayers was an answer for lack of patience. My obituary scary. Judgment's waiting. Non-pump faking. My hands are shaking. Grandelli unforgiven. And that I make it. Mom said praise the Lord. You beat a second gun charge. Son, your head is hard. So your ass is sore. Gotta change my life. They're trying to send me up north. My obituary.
My obituary shaded. Praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or with Satan? But now will Yahweh please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness. My obituary shaded, praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or with Satan? But now will Yahweh please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness.
Flesh can be gone, but your spirit lives on, and those touch. Some did me wrong, had to move on. Can't clutch on the past experiences, cause presently I'm living in an era where the future's bleak. Soon weeping, gnashing teeth. Made a choice to speak light, set for cutting like a knife. Knew I had to get it right. Daunted thoughts, contemplating where would I go if I passed the night. Preached truth to my family, they didn't believe me. So-called friends, they couldn't receive me. Yahuwah had to lead me to the brothers on the CD. Now we place our legacy in the halls of legendary, writing living obituaries, existing outside of cemeteries. Don't wait till I'm buried to let my spirit carry.
My obituary shaded, praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or with Satan? But now will Yahweh please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness. My obituary shaded, praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or with Satan? But now will Yahweh please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness.
Khan, don't forsake me, let me live in greatness. I said it, you heard it. Edit my lines on Reddit, act like you said it. Sonning you, baby boy, you could call me daddy. Nobody got the juice, the whole hood is bishop. Thug Israelites, acting like Christians. Sinning and snitching, effeminate and bitching. Roll with the truth, or get roll doing. Kahan to the dock, it's truth, hold on. Don't need to see who's screwed to know who's vaginal. Fuck boys backstab, acting casual. Debtors hate when you're progression, loving when you're stressing. Detest you, seeing you at your best and need to shut up, pause and say less and put two in your chest, lay that ass to rest. Yahuwah, please forgive me, can't think like that. What will they say when I'm in that casket? My obituary, I pray that I make it. My obituary. How many sins you got in your closet? How many skeletons in your closet? You think nobody sue you, right? What you doing? You cheating? You committing adultery with that man's wife? You cheating? You married? You're a married woman and you running out with that married man? You committing adultery? The Most High see you. The Most High see you. The Lord see all of that. And all of this is actually going to be brought up after your obituary. What will they say when you're in that coffin? What would be your last rites? Will they have anything to say about you? Because right now, what you do in this life, you're writing your obituary right now. Check yourself, queen. Clean yourself up, king. Stop committing adultery. Stop being a whoremonger. Cover yourself up, mom. Cover yourself up, sis. Protect yourself. Stop sinning, children. Obey your parents. Because your obituary is scary. Damn. I hope I make it. My obituary. By Hashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. I'm praying I make it.
Contact the doctor, Dr. Recordings. That's how we want
My
it.
vision where it's shaded, praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or it's Satan? Abanawa, Yahweh, please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness. My vision where it's shaded, praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or it's Satan? Abanawa, Yahweh, please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Tonight, I'm going to ask everyone to go ahead and log on, show your face, just to show gratitude for Barak Shah, man. And I ask everyone to show their face tonight, just to show gratitude to Barak Shah. So, let people see your face, man, eyes, whatever. See who's real. To get things started, can we get someone to read something from the Torah? Actually, someone read something from the Torah, please.
Come on. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 6. Be strong and courageous. Do not fear nor be afraid of them. For it is Yahuwah Elohim who is going with you. He does not fail you nor forsake you. And Moses called Yahusha, Joshua, and said to him before the eyes of all Israel, be strong and courageous, for you are going with this people to the land which Yahuwah has sworn to their fathers to give them, and you are to let them inherit it. And it is Yahuwah who is going before you. He himself is with you. He does not fail you nor forsake you. Do not fear nor be discouraged.
Where's Kadar, man?
Con, I'm here. I'm switching to the laptop. I don't got no camera on the desktop.
Hey, can we get someone to read something else, man, from the Torah? Or we can get things together here. All right, we're gonna ask everyone to please share this video all over social media. Give thumbs up. I ask you guys to do this, all of the time, but I'm really asking you to share this on social media. Give a thumbs up. That's the least you could do, really. This is live on Rumble. I'm not sure if it'll stay over here on YouTube, but most I will and keep it up on Rumble. So those of you that's on YouTube, you may want to go ahead and log on over to Rumble. Praise be the Most High to everyone that's actually on the call tonight.
Come on.
And the Most High watch over everyone and block everyone on the call. You guys have something else?
I'm in disbelief. I can't go on live, bro.
Yeah. We don't want to go into that yet. Let's sit in the spirit. Look, someone got something else from the Torah?
Yeah. Con.
Go ahead, bring it up.
Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 17.
No, that's not the Torah.
Be
we
not
need it
over much wicked, neither be thou foolish.
It's so like since it's a Shabbat, we're supposed to read something from the Torah first, which is the 5 books of Moses. So we can't go into those other books just yet. always
got
put
one.
the Shabbat service off with a Torah reading. Okay.
I got one precept. It's Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 6. Be strong and of a good courage. Fear not, nor be afraid of them. For Yahuwah thy supreme Elohim, he it is that doeth go with thee. He will not fail thee nor forsake thee.
All right. I'm gonna play something real quick. Then we're gonna let the brother Kadar explain to folks what happened over the past couple of days here, because it was him that actually made the first contact. I want to play something real quick here. Give me a second.
This is a quick video. Shout out to all the fathers. They're vested fathers, even though they have.
All right. Let's see.
All the fathers that do their vested.
You guys hear this?
This is just a quick video.
A little low. Kind of low.
That do their vested fathers, even though they have.
It's probably them playing with things, man. But can you hear it? Can you make out the words?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that really matters. You can hear it. You can't, there's no way for me to enhance it. It's just playing semantics again. Might be able to hear it louder on Rumble to those that can't hear it on YouTube. I don't know.
This is just a quick video. Shout out to all the fathers that do their best to be fathers, even though they have mothers of their sons or daughters that work against them and do everything in their power to hurt them and don't allow them to see their sons or daughters. Shout out to you fathers, man. Keep it going. Don't stop the fight. Our good brother Kahan has adopted the program Enlightener, right? The Foulmouth Kahan. On Rumble, the podcast, The Truth Hurts. YouTube did the D program Enlightener. On Rumble, search for Kahan Tazadak, KahanTazadaq. All right, for all you fathers that need help to be able to continue to father your sons or daughters, because the system is very corrupt, and they'll do everything to deny you the right to be a father in order for their pecuniary gain, gain of fiat on your back. Even though that it might destroy your sons and daughters, and it's not in the best interest of your sons and daughters, they don't care. They're just out for fiat. You understand? So it is to the highest of my knowledge that you fathers, YouTube, the good brother, so that you can get the right information on how to protect yourself against this and how to fight against it. I'm currently in a position where I'm fighting against it, and soon I will win. Soon I will win. Why? Because I'm a man of the Most High, and I only intend to have the best situation for my daughter. And a situation where she's being used to extort me for money is not a good situation. It shows callousness, it shows evil, it shows wickedness, and it shows a woman's lack of appreciation for the one daughter that she's going to get on this earth. She's not going to get any more because the Most High has closed her womb. And the Most High did the right thing in doing so, because any woman that is willing to pimp their sons or daughters for fiat, right? When you should be enabling a wonderful relationship with the fathers of your sons or daughters, deserves every wicked thing that happens to you beneath the Most High. Because it is disgusting and it is of the devil. And whatever negativity happens to you, however the Most High decides to judge you, and in this particular case, this person can no longer have any more sons or daughters. And that I think that was a good and just thing. Because to use the only daughter you have for fiat, when if you had right knowledge, you'd have plenty of fiat, because you're still a debtor and the citizen subject change, you're going to get raped for fiat until you leave this plane, you get what you deserve. And it is right, because a wicked mind like that don't deserve any more sons or daughters. Me, myself, I'm going to have a lot more sons or daughters. Sons, possible daughters, I'm going to have many more children. Not children, sons or daughters, excuse me. To keep myself healthy, to keep myself strong, I'm going to remain on my purpose, and I will father more beautiful sons and daughters. And chances are, it will not be with a melanated woman. That it's a great possibility it will not be with a melanated woman. Give me a Moabite any day that's feminine, that is more than willing to be with me. We're gonna make some beautiful sons and daughters beneath the Most High. All right, because I'm not doing it with these melanated women. These melanated women are debased, they're wicked, and every negativity they get, they deserve, because they do not follow the word of the Most High. And I'm sorry, forgive me for saying that, but it's the effing truth. These women out here are debased, they're lustful. On average, these melanated women out here got 15 to 20 bodies on them. That's on average. The ones that are gone a little crazy, that look halfway decent, they're 50 to 60 bodies on them. I'm good. I don't want no damn car that's been ran through like that. I'm good. And I'll pass it all day. I don't care what type of body you got, what type of shape you have. To hell with that. I don't want no whore. That's a whore. Okay? And I'm not mixing with that. And I don't want the entities that's on that. And it's not worth the debased sex that I used to get from it. Yeah, and I ran through many a woman. And boy, I tell you, I praise be the Most High that I stopped doing that garbage. Okay? Now I'm a real man and I honor myself. And I will remain celibate until I find a woman that is honorable and worthy for me to share my body with. Not doing it. And I'm glad that I woke up from that crap. I give thanks that I have the brothers I have. I give thanks for Kahan. I give thanks for Kadar. I give thanks for Neftali. I give thanks for Yashabin. I give thanks for Yusef. He's back on his purpose. I give thanks for Brother David. I give thanks for Jadir. I give thanks for Jeffrey Lopes. I give thanks for Fernando. I give thanks for Gilly down in Colombia. I give thanks for all my brothers. And if there's any I forgot to name, please forgive me. But all my brothers that are really with T-Doc, I'm thankful for them. Because now I have a set of men that I can rely on, where I can go in a room and find right knowledge and real love amongst brethren. Didn't have that before. I used to be a banger. Not doing that no more. Man of the Most High, and I'm proud to be, no matter what I have to endure. Corinthians 13:7. Might it be 7:13, but I believe it's Corinthians chapter 13, verse 7. Look that up. For you men of the Most High, or men that aspire to be of the Most High, stay strong, because you're going to have to pick up your cross and carry it. And it's all right, because it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you a better man. Praise be the Most High. May everybody have a beautiful day.
All right, so with that, we're gonna let the good brother Kadar go ahead and tell you while we have it. It's like your screen is really blurry, Kadar. But hopefully, Most High willing, we can hear you. Tell you like what's happened over the course of the past day and a half.
Calm. Y'all can see me better now.
Yeah, calm.
Shalom, Akim, Akwatham, Shabbat. The past 2 days, the brother Barak Shah, he been going through a lot, with the situation with the child support and whatnot. So it started all, I want to say, Wednesday. He been preparing himself, getting ready to go for a hearing, incarceration hearing pertaining to his case. But in spite of that, he also been going through a lot with seeing his daughter or whatnot because the case they ruled against him. So they was taking more time that he would normally spend with his daughter. So the time got cut short. So it was Wednesday, and forgive me if I might be making the dates. It was either Wednesday or Tuesday. He was going to pick up his daughter from school, and when he got there to pick up his daughter, the mom's boyfriend, the stepfather, was there to pick up his daughter, and his daughter made a decision to go with the stepfather over Barack Shah. So that was something that hurt him a lot. He made a mention of it, and I know it hurt him because he kept talking about it. So just fast forwarding to the next day. The next day come that was Wednesday, and that was Wednesday, right? Jadir, with the situation with the when y'all was working, that was Wednesday, right?
Come.
Okay, so that was Wednesday. The he was out to work, and some sheriffs came to the house to serve him some papers or whatnot. So that was stressing itself because he really didn't know actually what they was there for. But I let him know, like, man, that's sheriffs. They only there to bring papers for whatever hearing you got coming up. So that was pressure from that. More stress from that. Then he figured out that I kept trying to tell him, like, because he was doing certain things in the background or whatever to fight the case. So things just started to come down on him. To make a long story short, so yesterday, um, me and Kahan, well, yes, actually, let's go back to today's Friday, yesterday's Thursday. Okay, let's go back to Wednesday. After the sheriffs or whatnot came to serve the papers, they left a business card, and then they came back the following day. When they came back the following day, he was there, and he talked with the sheriffs or whatnot, and they left, they left or whatever. Boom, that was over with. Now that following morning, he got wind that the child support had put a lien on his bank account, and they went inside his bank account and overdraft his account. So he was dealing with a lot of stress, a lot of stress, a lot of stress. So he was saying that he had done certain things to protect that or whatnot, but come to find out he didn't do it properly. So he normally every morning, me and Barack Shah get up 5 o'clock in the morning. We talk on the phone every morning. We go over scriptures, we go over the law, we do our studies. So yesterday he didn't call me. So I'm up at 5 every morning. So I normally give him to about 7 o'clock. He no later than 7 o'clock he'll call me. So 7 o'clock hit, he didn't call. 8 o'clock hit, he didn't call. So around about nine something, I called him. I spoke to him briefly for about 6-7 minutes on the phone, and his spirits was down. The past couple of days, he already been down. So after I spoke with him for a few minutes, he texted Kahan and he called Kahan. Then, Kahan spoke with him for a little while, and they called me. We was on a conference call talking. So we, spoke with the brother, whatever. He was supposed to go take care of some business or whatnot, and he never made it to go take care of that business. And right after I got off the phone with Kahan, I want to say probably like about 10 o'clock or so, I text him. You know what I'm saying? Told him, I got the text right here. And I didn't realize that he texted me back in less than a minute until today. In the text I texted him, I said, pray and ask Yahuwah, Bahasham, Yahusha, to send the Ruach HaKodesh upon you to guide you through this process. I sent that to him at 10:50. And when I looked in the phone today at like 2 something today, I realized that he texted me back in less than 1 minute. And his last text to me was, I will, Ak. If I falter and give up, just know I have nothing but love for you. As a brother, this life and next. I'm not strong enough. I admit it. And that was his last text to me. but I didn't see that yesterday. So all day went by. You know, I'm at the job site or whatnot. When I leave the job site, I realized, like, man, you know, we talked to him earlier this morning. You know, he ain't called me. He supposed to went and took care of what he took care of. He supposed to call me back. He ain't never called me back. So about 6 o'clock, I called him. No answer. Both phones, no answer. 7:45, I called the hour before the live stream yesterday. Both phones, no answer. Then after the live stream, I called like 10, close to 11. Both phones, no answer. Wake up this morning, I called both phones at 5 o'clock this morning, no answer. And like 9 something again, I called both phones, no answer. So I went into, the private chat or whatnot we got for the brethren. So I called this nephew. Nephew didn't answer. So I text him, boom, 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 this Kadar. Just trying to make sure, your uncle is okay, everything is good. Then I called the sister. When I spoke to the sister this morning, she was like, well, he's gone. So I'm like, gone? What you mean he's gone? He's like, yeah, he couldn't sit up last night. So when I heard that, I'm just like, man, you can't be serious, man. Can't be. Because I don't witness, people dying close to me or whatnot, but never to this extent to where it was somebody that's committing suicide. You feel what I'm saying? So this one hard on me, man. I ain't gonna hold you. This one hard on me. This somebody I talk to every day, the past 6-7 months, every morning, multiple times throughout the day. Just talking. Man, this a hard one to swallow. It's a hard one, man. It's a hard one.
So, basically, the brother, when we was talking to him, because we talked to him right before he did this. So he got off of the phone with me and Kadar, and basically, he pretty much went and committed suicide after that. But he had us believing that he was going to the bank to take care of that problem, because essentially what had happened, and child support, the state of New York contributes to this, because the child support is one of the things that help push him over the ledge, right? Is that, he's stressed out over the child support. So is the woman, Monique, his baby's mom, the daughter, she's stressing him out. And you guys saw on the call the other day when we was doing the call, and I said, yo, is everything all right? He said, yeah, I'm good. I was like, well, you don't seem good. And he said, yeah, it's just that my daughter, she chose to go with her stepfather instead of with me. And I could sense in the brother's voice that something wasn't right, that, it was really bothering him. And, at that particular time, he said, no, I'm good. But, I learned a long time ago, people say one thing, but they typically, they mean something else. And so he admitted to Kadar the next day that it was really bothering him. You see? So, if anyone have any kind of problem, that, that's really bothering you, if you can't reach us, man, I would encourage you to reach us. But, there's a suicide hotline. You can dial 1-800-273-TALK, which is really 8255. And they have a website. It's www.suicidepreventionlifeline.org. So, if you can't reach someone, that line is there 24/7. If you're contemplating on taking your life, because that right there, I can't say that I ever saw that coming up. Like, the brother, he really had us believe that, okay, I'm gonna go to the bank and handle that right now. But I did, now hindsight's always 2020. I did kind of sense that the brother wasn't making a lot of sense on the call, because he kept asking me the same thing over and over. I'm like, yo, I just told you that. It's like, you know, how when you engage in a conversation with someone, they're there, but they're not really there. It's like they're out in space somewhere. And that's, you know, kind of what I was getting from the brother yesterday. And this is yesterday, man. On the call. This is yesterday. You know, the brother was talking about moving. Like, I mean, it just dropped unexpectedly. Talking about moving, looking towards the future, and, you know, then out of nowhere. So you just never know who's self-loathing. And I be having these kind of talks, but if people really, you know, need help, you shouldn't feel embarrassed, because nothing that I could, you know, even think of is even close to worth taking your life. No one should ever feel that depressed that you're contemplating taking your life, thinking about offing yourself. And so, and it was really brutal because the neighbors saw him in the backyard and he slit his wrist. So, you know, I guess he didn't bleed out fast enough. So the neighbor ran over to him and tried to stop him and say, yo, man, you don't have to do this. But he had a gun in his hand. This is what his nephew told us today. He said that if you don't get away from me, I'm gonna shoot you. So the guy backed up. So he went in the car and then shot himself in the head. And so the neighbor said, you know, I mean, the nephew said he was trying to get there in time, but it was already over when he got there. He said when he got there, it's like about 20 NYPDs outside of his house with the streets blocked off and everything. And, you know, he trying to fight his way through because they didn't want him to get to the crime scene. I mean, that was, you know, think about how traumatic. This is right in front of his mom's crib, man. Right in front of his mom's house. Think about how traumatic that is. So at no point should anyone contemplate really taking your life, man. Because, I mean, you may, for the moment, if you're in that down, low, dark place like that, that's never going to make matters better. It always makes them worse. Because now, your daughter's going to wear that scar for the rest of her life. She's going to wear that for the rest of her life. And praise be the Most High, she didn't see it. So I don't know it. You know, I mean, some people are just not as strong as you would believe that they are. I mean, he admitted that in the text to Kadar. I'm not strong enough. You know, I mean, he literally said that. But hey, man, that was a cry for help. That last text message was a cry for help. You know, I mean, to respond, you know, right away like that, it was a cry for help. I don't know what was going through I've been still trying to fathom in my mind how this brother go from showing all of this strength to just offering himself like that. I mean, you know, 1 minute you're here, you talking to us, 30 minutes later, your soul falls. How do you go from one extreme to another like that? It just doesn't, it don't add up to me, man. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. I try to make the logical sense. I try and play that back in my mind. But I try not to, you know, concentrate on it too much. Because I don't want it to take me in any kind of place, man. But how do you go from that? He was telling us on the phone, I'm about to get dressed and go down to the bank to take care of that now. What happened from the point that he got off the phone to him supposedly going to the bank? And come on, man. I mean, he was behind on child support, but it was so little. It was only $2,000 and some dollars, man. I know people that's been behind $80,000, $90,000, man. Talking about $2,000, and they had already garnished it from his account. So it was done. It was a done deal. So what was it? And you know, something else that his nephew mentioned is that he called the ex before he did it and said, this is your fault. So this shows me that, you know, there was still some sort of one thing is something to impress this woman, right? I mean, he's playing the blame game. See, it doesn't matter how a person affect you. If a person could affect you emotionally, negatively, or positively, you're still giving that person control over you. And she still had an effect over him, right? And because little things that I would have thought was like, damn, just why you letting this get to you? That I would have just typically blown off. It used to really blow him out of proportion. So I didn't really think that it was really that serious. Like, damn, I would have just blown that off. Why are you letting this get to you like that? And I think the other day, when was that? Wednesday, when his daughter was supposed to come over, and he said he went with that stepdad instead. I think that really rocked his world, man. That because I mean, the way that he was living his life, he was acting as if his daughter is all he got. Like I don't know if that was like, his way of trying to hold on to that woman, because he had contacted me and said, "Yo, you think I should call and try to make peace with Monique?" I said, "What do you mean by that?" He said, just trying to talk to her and say. I said, "Listen, my brother, this woman knows very well what she's doing. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, when you say call and make peace, this woman, when they asked her, from what Kadar said, do you want him to go to jail?"
He said
Up
yes.
from the court hearing, she said yes. So she contributed to that, man. She can $2,000, man.
I got that recording too, man. I was there on the hearing. She said that.
Yeah, you see that? $2,000, man. Now, how can, and this is why I go so hard on women, because I'm telling you, man, a lot of women don't give a damn about you, and I hope this wake up a lot of men and women so you can see how ruthless women really are. Because she was trying hard to. Matter of fact, she took more time away from him. From this man's fighting and trying to see his daughter. She took more time away. That drove him into depression. When that happened, I said, "Oh my man, you got to stop letting these things get you down, man." That drove him into, and when he goes from like a real high to like a really, really dark, deep low, like depressed, man. Like, yo, what's wrong with you, man? You gotta gird up your loins like a man. I didn't know it was that deep on that level, man. That you bring harm to yourself. Man, that should never happen, man. If anyone is contemplating that, man, you need to seek help quick. You need to talk, man. Any time, man, before you go to that level, you could give me a call, man. You know what I mean? I'll try my damage to talk you out of that, man. Because you can't come back. It's no coming back from that, man. There is no coming back from that. You can't change your mind. You can't change your mind on that, Nefertali. No coming back from that one. Now, all of the things that he wanted to protect his daughter from, just open her up to it.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
She like, and it had to be the demon that got on him in that moment. It had to be the heat of the moment. There's no way he felt like that. He was too forward thinking. Like he had so much to look up to look forward to. He knew what he was working on, and he believed in it. So there's no way that what had happened in just that one moment, he lost sight of that of all the negativity that was going on. He lost sight of his what he was working for, and that's the moment that decided it all. I I wish I was known that that one moment is all it takes. A very, very, very,
Break it up, Judge. Bring it up.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Good now.
Yeah, no, I was saying what was I saying? Oh, I was saying that it had to be the heat of the moment.
Now,
The thing, yours are breaking up too, Nefertali. You're really delayed.
Come on.
I'm gonna come back up. Hold on.
No, it wasn't you. It was Nefertali.
Yeah, Nefertali, you're breaking up also.
I'm lost for words. I ain't gonna lie.
okay, I'm gonna log out and log back in. Salaki.
Oh, he sounded perfect just now.
Right?
Yeah, good now, Nefertali.
Why it caught me off guard? Because, like, you know, of all the brothers, this was one that I least expected. Because, you know, especially going through a similar situation as mine, having daughters and stuff like that, and you know, he speaks so strongly. So
Right.
you never really know who's next to you and who's suffering like that. You know, they might be smiling and you think it's okay, you know, sometimes, and you'll be right next to them. It's be your own brother, you know, sometimes you just don't know. So, you know, I remember yesterday when you did the whole video for him, and I was like, it's strange that he ain't here because normally he'd be checked in, you know. So it was kind of weird that you was like, yo, where's Barack Shaw? So I'm like, man, that I ain't gonna lie, that my heart dropped. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, yo, when y'all in that, if you ever get that spirit that comes over you, know that ain't nothing but Satan in your ear, you know, like it convince us that there's nothing's gonna get better. The accuser, that's what they call him, the accuser. So don't give in to that voice, man. Like, seek help. Find some type of inspiration to get past that. Like, you know, like he said about his daughter, like now she ain't got her real pops. She always gonna have that void, you know, like, so all I can pray is like the Most High. She seek him, and that's the only way the void is gonna be filled at this point, you know. And it's a tragic thing when I hear a brother like that go out, and how wicked these women are. They don't care. They really don't care. She probably eating her meal tonight perfectly fine, you know. But yo, I'm lost for words. I can't go lie. Yo.
Crazy,
Still don't seem real to me. Hearing the brother speak, to be around him in person, it seemed like, you know, to be that hot and cold, it really wasn't something that appeared, you know, in person. But like you just said, you don't never know what's going on in somebody's head. And that woman, I mean, we just spoke earlier, but you know, she really don't give a damn about that man like that. It's just, I don't know, man. It's not never too extreme to kill yourself for real. To commit, you know, some type of act like that. You gotta love yourself more than that. No matter what happens in this life, there's always a way out of every scenario.
Gone.
It had to be a spirit that jumped on him, huh? Had to be.
Can I be heard?
Come
on, yeah, that's what I was saying. I feel like in that heat of the moment, the spirit had to get on him, a demon, because what happened was that he was so overwhelmed with all these events that he lost sight of his purpose and what he was working on. Because the brother was so forward thinking, man. Like, he had so much that he was looking forward to, you know. And like the brother said, like, he was strong, man. Like, he spoke it, you know, and he walked it too, you know. He was in his studies, you know. He was always looking out for me and his brothers, making sure that we good. You know, when you know, I lost my job and he gave me, you know, opportunities to work with him. You know, all these signs of, you know, being stable, you know, and being mindful. If you could be mindful of those around you, you know, you more than likely good, man. Like, you know, you following on purpose, right? And just in that one moment, he just forgot it all because he was just so overwhelmed. And that in that one moment, he made a grave mistake, man. So that's how you know this is the epitome of what it looks like when you you let your emotions sway you for just one moment. You make the wrong mistake, and now you can never take that back. This is literally that example, man. And I pray for his soul. I lost a friend, a brother, and I'm in disbelief, man. I really can't believe it.
That's kind of, I'm mad with it. I'm still trying to. I just can't believe it, man.
Yeah, if you dwell on it too much, it will mess you up. It'll take you to a place where you don't need to be. You know what I mean? If you trying to sit there, dwell on it, and figure that out,
Come on.
it would take you to a place you don't need to be, man. You don't want to be in that dark place, man. You sit there trying to figure it out. Like, was there something else that I could have done? I mean, you start blaming yourself. Man.
Yeah.
All I know is that as his brothers, the way we understood him and what he was working towards, we can't let his death be in vain. He was trying to fulfill Yahuwah's will, by being set apart and trying to bring down this system and trying to stand up as a man. And the least we can do is just do that, not only for him but for ourselves, our sons and daughters, for those other men out there that are going through the same thing, because this is a trend. This is not the first time that this has happened, because of a situation like this, because of custody case, because of a woman. So this is the trend, and I pray that people take heed to this, how serious this is, because there's just not enough resources out here. There's not enough research being done on men and their mental health and, anything, man. Like we just got us. So all we got is what we do, what we put into this world, what we contribute is what we get out of it. And I pray we don't, we don't put too much of our emotions into anyone and anybody, rely too much on anything externally. Everything has to come from within, from the spirit, man. If you don't love yourself, you can't accomplish nothing, man. You're gonna fall short and you're gonna fall quick very easily. So I pray that the brothers, who are listening to this, and women too, y'all introspect on, how you may feel about yourselves, how you could do better, and be honest with those around you and yourself. Because there's people out here that want to help. There's people out here that want to help, and it's up to you to ask for that help.
Yeah, I think just talking about the heat of the moment and stuff. I remember the first seminar I went to over there in Miami. Kadar, Yashabin, Banaya, Kahan was out there. I remember whenever General Lee he came in, he heated all of us up. We're all kind of like ready to fight him, ready to kick him out the room. And one thing I noticed, Kahan, what he did was, to not get into that deader mode, to not get into that deader mindset, where Kadar was telling him like, man, we need to kick him out. You need to get out of here, blah blah blah. And we're all standing up, like ready to like do something. You know what I mean? Like either punch him or throw him out or whatever it might have been. And I feel like you know, in the heat of the moment, whatever situation you're in, whether it be you mad at yourself, you mad at somebody else in a real emotional state, you just gotta keep your head on your shoulders and think logical, think ahead and not fall into that debtor mindset and not let life get to you. You're above it. You just gotta not fall into that debtor mindset, and that's something that I really learned on that even at the Miami seminar. You just can't let stuff get to you. Just think logical and stay straight.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I want to bring out a precept. I want to bring out a precept. It's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 16. Therefore, we do not lose heart, but even if our outward man is perishing, the inward man is being renewed day by day. For this slight momentary pressure, this light affliction is working for us a far more exceeding and everlasting weight of esteem. We are not looking on what is seen, but on what is not seen. For what is seen passes away, but what is not seen is everlasting. You know, this precept I've been sending to the brother ever since we brought it out in a live a couple weeks ago. I've been sending it to him every other day. You know, praying that he's mindful of, even if he feels like he's suffering now. You know, his spirit, the inward man that's being referenced here, his spirit is being strengthened, man. And Yahuwah, he places, he puts us in trials so that we can endure more, so that we're strong warriors, man. Because Yahuwah can't use nobody that's weak. I try to remind him that every day might seem harder and harder, but there's a light at the end, man. There's a light, and that this too shall pass, man. But I guess he couldn't see it in that moment.
Con, it's definitely a light. Just keep the faith. Keep the faith, and any of you guys have any of the Kahan's books? We brought out earlier in a conference call. Corporations, both editions. Red Pill Right Knowledge. Red Pill Right Knowledge has a list of case law that support fathers' rights. So even though the system may be stacked against a man at first, you are diligent, you will build up your spirit and truth for those simple facts. The Khan put it all in one spot for us. There's always hope. Always. Yes, there it is. Father's rights is it's like 3 pages front and back. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta, learn how to, assert them. And I'll be honest, man, Rockshaw, he's always just really like encouraged me. You know what I'm saying? He came at me a little bit hard when he first came in contact or known of me last year. As we exchanged contact information, I mean, I'm looking at his text right now. He's like, I know you got a good spirit, call me. I'm my brother's keeper, no matter what type of deal. So yeah, and he was a forward thinker. He about to change his whole life around. That's the manner of conversation, that he would have whenever whenever I spoke to him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna, put it out there to everybody else. Yeah, it's really nothing. There's nothing worth it. You part of T-Doc. There is remedy literally for everything. Just ask. It is in there, and it's not being hid. It's not being withheld or anything. It is there for everybody. Matter of fact, if you had the time to go through all of the videos that the Gahan has put up, he has put up videos in a remnant of everything, like a foreshadow of what he's put inside of his books and what he's put inside of his seminars. It's attainable, whether it be for your relationship, that's with your children, because Gahan's been through it. He has been through it. You know what I'm saying? One of the deals with your kids, intimate relationships, how to deal with, family that, that are believers and non-believers, you know what I'm saying? Haters, all that. I mean, all that stuff, all them tests and trials, if you keep the faith, is there to build you up to be in a better place at the end.
But as it's, it's written, be strong. Why would the Most High tell Moses to tell the people to be strong and have a good courage? Because clearly you're gonna feel like you don't want to be strong. You know what I'm saying? That's the development, and and being a man. You gotta take that thing up and walk with it. You ain't always gotta run, but any kind of step toward the Most High, and and dwelling in His name and unity with the brothers is progress. It is better than nothing. Believe you me, it is much better than being stagnant and self-loathing and all that. Because we're protectors by nature, and I'm gonna say, he probably felt like his daughter was his purpose. Some spirit came on him,
Yeah.
and the fact that he, made a decision that in the moment he, felt like he didn't have no control or influence over. It's all good. It really is. As a man, we built for this. We're made to have dominion in this earth over any and everything in our circle. You know what I mean? And that's part of the trial. You putting fire and tried like precious metals to come out pure in the end. But you got to keep the faith. You got to keep it. Keep your head up. And if you don't have a purpose, that is the most dangerous thing. If you don't have a purpose, then that you'll be easily deterred when life's trials come, because even if you're not getting compensated, you still would you have a mindset to do the thing that you like doing, and that's really what it comes down to. And at least in my mind, you get in them deep dark places. I done been through a little something my dang on self. Kahan, he was there. It's before T Doc. I was in a whirlwind, man. Like all at the same time, getting attacked by my my ex, by the police, um, so-called family, uh, church family, 1500. Nobody answering none of my calls. Getting hit up for child support, getting fired from my job. It was like boom, 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 boom. Found myself living in a boarding house on a bunk bed with 9 other dudes until I figured stuff out to build myself back up. You know what I'm saying? I had no place to go, nothing. Just like I'm like, phew, that's it. Took to the pull-ups, took to the studying. Whatever little savings I had, I put it toward that boarding house, so that way I have someplace to stay for 6 months, and I just chilled. If I ain't have no money to eat, didn't eat, fasted, prayed, kept studying. Didn't have any contact with my kids for like 3 months, and then they give me a call, hey, we need a place to stay, kind of a deal. Life can get tough, but I'm telling you, from where I'm at now, I will not change it. Folks can accuse me of anything they want to. They can stand against me. It doesn't even matter. The fact that in my mind, and I've been to war. So in fact, in my mind, that I can, looking at the progress, and I, like stayed with it. I know it beyond a shadow of a doubt. You keep the faith in the Most High, and you follow all statutes and commandments. It don't matter where you at right now. You at T-Doc, it don't matter where you at. The fact that you just around and associated, the Most High is going to put a hedge if you are sincere and you follow these law, statutes, and commandments, no matter what. And that's like, and I put that on everything.
Cool.
I think the Kahan asked a good question yesterday during the live. He said, "What was the point? The reason that why the Christ came and he died?" And he said, he knew the answer. Most people can't answer it, but to me, the answer was to guarantee us victory, to show us that we was already victory. Death is yet just a snare, So when I see Ox going through a situation like this, it's a fire, man. It should be a fire in each and every one of us in this call right now. It should be a fire to each and every brother or whichever sister is listening right now. A fire that, that as long as you pray into the Most High, you are who He's coming after. You are gonna do long suffering. You are gonna go through your trials and tribulations, just like the ox just said. Fasting and praying and times you didn't eat. Those are the times that's gonna build you. So if you destroy those times, then you won't ever get stronger. So you're gonna have to go through that long suffering. So this should be a fire to each and every one of y'all. Don't cut that fiery trial that you're going through. Don't cut it short, because that's where the anointed one is going to come from. So it's a sad thing, but at the same time, let this be a lesson to each and every one of us, because it could be me, it could be you, it could be your brother, your sister, your mother. You just don't know, and it's gonna be people in your own family that's gonna be against you. Be your dang dog gonna wake up one day and they ain't gonna like you. But keep the faith, man. Keep believing in the Most High. Don't ever turn your faith from Him. Don't ever decide to go your own way. Don't listen to that voice. So like he said, the Kahan. In the red pill, you go and read that. Everything about father's rights, back and front. Nothing but precepts on precepts, If you read, you seek, and you will find that the door will be open unto you. You gotta seek, And there's brothers here more than willing to try to pick you up. If you feel like you're down, if you feel that you're gonna be out and out for the count, that's a lie. Because He already came, He died, and He showed us we're gonna be victory, man. Israel, it's time to stand up and stop letting Satan keep doing these things to us, because he ain't the first, he ain't gonna be the last. But it's up to us how far we want to go, So sleep in peace, my brother, my Ark. I pray the Most High that his soul will be there in the end. We already know what the scriptures say about things. When you do these type of things, the Most High doesn't like that. But we also know who is the king, the prince of this earth. So y'all keep the faith and keep it going, and this should be a fire for us, man. We got to be inflamed for this drive and against these evil, wicked peoples and their systems. If we don't fight and we don't stand up right now, who gonna do it? And I'm gonna keep that same fire that Barack Shaw had. It's time that we fight up against this system, and may his spirit continue to live on in each and every one of these ox. Sleep in peace, my brother.
Yeah. Suicide is sin.
Straight sin.
Suicide is sin. Many who wrestle with suicidal thoughts and these kind of tendencies, these kind of people, they often feel alone. There's something that people should recall with both Marty and Barack Shaw. They felt as though their own biological family had turned their back on them and didn't care about them anymore. I heard Marty say that. His son was betraying him, trying to steal money from him. His daughter was betraying him. The woman he was married to had committed adultery with a guy that was a minor while Marty was out working for her. Now, all of these things came into play. Then when he got sick, they came around because they wanted to take his substance. He was saying, T-Doc's the only family that I had. That brother used to tell me all the time, you saved my life. Same thing with Barack Shaw. Saying his whole family was basically against him and was saying he was crazy. So the two things that I see But the things that I see that these two brothers had in common is that they felt alone. This is what I'm telling anyone. If you're really in that deep state of depression, I don't care what hour it is, what time, give me a call, man. Give me a call. But, you know, these people, they struggle with loneliness. But the real truth is this is more commonplace than we would like to think. Especially suicide in, you know, conjunction with the whole child support system. A lot of guys choose to check out. They choose to take their own lives because they feel like they don't have anything to live for. They can't afford a place to stay anymore. And on top of that, the woman she does the same thing that this woman was doing. Try to take the man's child away from him and bring another guy in the picture and try to make this guy the child's father and turning the child against the father. The child disrespecting the father, constantly lying to a father. Some people are not strong enough to tolerate this. He just happened to be one of those people that couldn't tolerate it. So if you're wondering what the Bible says about suicide, let's take a look into the biblical times. And let's look at several questions about suicide. I want to go over about 7 stories that everyone on this course should be familiar with in the Bible in regards to suicide. I want to say this again. If any of you under the sounds of my voice, any of you are on this call, or if your loved ones is struggling with suicidal thoughts or tendencies, please get help. Please get help. If you don't want to turn to us, I gave you a 1-800 number, 800-273-TALK. 800-273-TALK, 8255. Because some people won't come forward because they're embarrassed because they think people are going to laugh at them. You could call that number any time of day, any time of night, 24/7, just like you could call mom. I'm not a counselor, I'm not a psychiatrist, but this is too commonplace, man. So if suicide is sin, can you still go to heaven if you commit suicide? I was talking about this when Marty Moore took his own life. So the question really is, can a person be forgiven of their sins if they've been received by Yahuwah Yahusha through the mercy of Yahusha? Can that person do something that's unforgiving? Can they somehow lose their standing before Yahuwah? See, that's the real question. Can we lose our salvation? Can one who's been born again, so I'm going to get John the 3rd chapter, verse 1. Can someone who's been born again by the mercy of Yahusha commit suicide and go to heaven? Question.
John. So, Book of John, Yachanan, chapter 3, verse 1. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Yahushua by night and said unto him, Rabbi, meaning master, we know that thou art a teacher come from Supreme Allahim. For no man can do these miracles that thou doest, except Supreme Allahim be with him. Yahushua answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of Supreme Allahim.
So we all have to be born again. Despite how righteous any of us think we are, according to Yahushua, we all have to be born again. So if suicide is sin, And can you get into Shemayim, heaven, if you've committed suicide? Let's look at some people. Because some people would suggest that how many of you believe that if the spirit of the Most High is moving through you, that you wouldn't commit suicide?
Come.
If someone's really born again, will they commit suicide?
La.
If this person has experienced
No.
Yahuwah's, will they commit suicide? If they really had faith, will they commit suicide?
No.
La.
Will a true believer really commit suicide? Which is murder, by the way. You're murdering yourself. Which is murder, by the way. Let's look at some scriptures, man. See what the Bible has to say about this. King Saul. Everybody's familiar with King Saul, right? Well, you knew he took his own life, right?
Come.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get that. 1 Samuel 31, 3-5. King Saul took his own life.
Come.
See, because of the defeat by the enemy and the great fear, after being wounded, Saul chose to end his life rather than face the abuse of his captors.
Come.
See, when his arm bearer refused to kill him at his request, what did Saul do? He took his own life, falling on the sword. He took his own life. 1 Samuel 31, verse 3-5.
Come. The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 31, verse 3. And the battle went hard against Saul, and the archers hit him, so that he was severely wounded by the archers. And Saul said to his armor-bearer, Draw your sword and thrust me through with it, lest these uncircumcised men come and thrust me through and roll themselves on me. But his armor-bearer would not, for he was greatly afraid. So Saul took the sword and fell on it. And when his armor-bearer saw that Saul was dead, he also fell on his sword and died with him.
2 men committed suicide right there. 2 men committed suicide right there. What about Samson, a man that was highly favored by the Most High? Hid his power, his strength through his locks in his hair. Samson committed suicide. Who was behind Samson's committed suicide? A woman? A woman?
Come on.
Same thing's tied to Barak Shah. See, in Samson's great divine revenge, Samson was willing to die when he killed the Philistines. Judges 16:25-30. Let's get that. He braced himself between 2 pillars. He used his final strength to push them down, and he took his own life with his enemies. Judges 16:25-30.
Book of Judges. The book of Judges, chapter 16, verse 25. And it came to pass when their hearts were merry, that they said, Call for Samson, that he may make us sport. And they called for Samson out of the prison house, and he made them sport, and they set him between the pillars. And Samson said unto the lad that he held him by the hand, Suffer me that I may feel the pillars whereupon the house standeth, that I may lean upon them. Now the house was full of men and women, and all the lords of the Philistines were there. And there were upon the roof about 3,000 men and women that beheld while Samson made sport. And Samson called unto Yahuwah and said, O Yahuwah, that supreme Elohim, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me, I pray thee. Only this once, O Yahuwah, that I may be at once avenged of the Philistines for my 2 eyes. And Samson took hold of the 2 pillars of the two middle pillars,
So like
upon which the house stood.
This woman called Samson to go blind both mentally and physically. For a woman, this man went blind because he gave up his secret to a woman.
Mm-hmm.
She broke him down and destroyed him. There's lessons in this Bible that most men just won't take heed to because they're raised by these women.
Mm-hmm.
Who's behind this? Ultimately, who's behind what happened to Barak Shah? A woman.
Mm-hmm.
You may not want to say it, but that's damn true, man. A woman caused this.
Fact.
He wasn't strong enough to endure.
Bring it out.
He just wasn't strong enough to endure. Huh? If you look this up, man, a lot of men, when this child support thing kicks in, they feel like they don't have nothing else left to live for, man. They done took his child. She was playing those same semantics.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's a man that's fighting and trying to get his daughter. She puts in with the court in order to take more time away from him. As soon as he told me that, state of depression. Brother fell into deeper depression. So you got to stop letting these things get to you, man. It's the way that this setup is, man. We're in captivity, huh? You're going to have to gird up your loins. Stop taking it personally. It's not you're not an isolated incident.
Facts. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
I done been down that road, huh? You think I thought about killing myself? Well, I thought about killing everything that got in my damn way, boy. I hold myself. For real, huh?
Yeah.
Man, I love me, man. I love you all, but I love me. I love me first. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, man. I'm not trying to be funny. And you guys need to remember this, man. Don't you ever believe someone that tell you that they love you if they don't love themselves because they're lying. There's no way in the hell someone could love you that doesn't love themselves because it all starts with self-love.
Okay.
You cannot love me if you don't love you, man.
It's a fact.
And if you take your life, you don't love you enough, man. That's the bottom line. If you're willing to take your own life, you don't love you enough. You're suffering from self-loathing and you're feeling sorry for yourself. No one's coming to save you, man. Nobody. Only you can save yourself by doing what these precepts in this word says. Did you finish that out, huh?
I'm on 29. Come. And Samson took hold of the two middle pillars upon which the house stood, and on which it was borne up, of the one with his right hand, and of the other with his left. And Samson said, "Let me die with the Philistines." And he bowed himself with all his might, and the house fell upon the lords and upon all the people that were therein. So the dead which he slew at his death were more than they which he slew in his life. Then his brethren and all the house of his father came down and took him and brought him up and buried him between Zorah and Eshtaol in the burying place of Manoah, his father. And he judged Israel 20 years.
At least Samson got some restitution, huh? He got some payback. Barak Shah didn't get anything, man. He let her win. Because ultimately she won, huh?
Right. Mm-hmm.
He took his life, she won, huh? She's still here. She's still going to be laying down with that man he was complaining about having sex. A woman that really care about you, it's not going to get you thrown in jail.
Go on.
The women might not like this, man. And this is why I stand up for. By the way, but now I got those shirts today.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
First.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a hat too. I forgot I was supposed to get that today.
Yeah, I haven't gotten those yet. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna design another one called WAF, Women Against Feminism. So I'm going to start using the hashtag math, hashtag WAF. You know what I'm saying? Men and women against feminism. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
They definitely exist. They definitely exist.
Yep.
Slovakia though, quick going back to the precepts. It was the king of Israel, Abimelech, that died, that killed himself because of a woman, right?
I was about to go into that one next, huh?
Oh, okay. No, I thought I heard you say that about Samson. I was confused for a little bit. I got that precept though. You want me to bring it up?
Yeah, it was because of a woman that he lost his eyesight, though, mentally and physical eyesight.
You talking about Samson?
Come
on.
And she kept going at him, man. He kept throwing her, putting her off to the wayside, and he gave in because of all that nagging.
Right. Sounds too relatable, man. Too relatable.
Because it's real, man. It is real.
Too relatable. I'll bring out the precept about the king of Israel, Abimelech. This is in the book of Judges, chapter 9, verse 53. I'll start at 52. And Abimelech came to the tower and fought against it, and approached the door of the tower to burn it with fire. And a certain woman dropped an upper millstone on the head of Abimelech and crushed his skull. He then immediately called the young man, his armor bearer, and said to him, "Draw your sword and kill me, lest men say of me, a woman killed him." And his young man thrust him through, and he died.
Good night. There it is.
Come on. Yeah, that's raw.
There it is.
He had to die with pride, man.
Clean too, huh?
Facts.
How many of those you got?
I can't remember, man. I bought I think about maybe 12, 15 crew necks, 12, 15 V-necks. Some people wanted crew necks and V-necks.
Oh, you bought those to order?
Nah, I didn't buy them to order. I just want to order. I just got maybe 2, 3 smalls, 5 large, 5 extra large, only 2 double X, and so on and so forth.
You just skipped over medium. Like, shoot.
Yeah, medium.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to grab some of those.
I got a medium up. Good quality t-shirt, man.
How much you selling it for?
It's on the website. I think it was like 34. I'm not really making nothing off of it. It's more me promoting it. It cost me about 26, 27 a shirt, man. Yeah. Hats costing me more than that. It's like buying a 50-50, man.
New era.
I wasn't really, hoping to really make anything off him. Just should have pushed the movement, man. I mean, you can see what happened to Barack Shah, man. If there was a movement like this, that probably wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? If you form a real brotherhood. This is what I say. Everyone should be buying these shirts, man. These shirts should have sold out already. And the only one that's purchased one has been Benaya. Granted, I haven't been pushing them hard, but come on, man. They still should have purchased these shirts, man.
Yeah, no, I got you. Let's see, get that. Most I want tomorrow. Get
It's
about
like the
4
whole
of
point
them.
Eric White
to push something, just so you're not alone. Like that's what I feel like the brother really felt like he was alone. There's so many brothers that have been through the same things you've been through. Just talk, speak up if you're really going through something.
True.
You don't have to feel alone.
No, I can't believe that he felt that, man. I can't believe that. He had a brother by his side every moment of the day, man. Can't believe that.
It was that pain from his daughter. That's what I think. What like tipped him over the edge. It's the pain from his daughter, and then like we was literally talking about it the day before, like with the bank accounts and all that, and then wake up the next morning and they done went in it.
Yep.
So that all that happening at one time, he wasn't prepared for that in a sense, like to endure all that. And that's why I constantly told him, man, listen, you have to detach yourself away from the situation. And it's not that you're running, you just taking your emotions back so it don't, because when something happen and you emotional, you can't see, man. Love is blind, brother. That's for real.
Got consumed.
Huh. Gotta take your emotions out of the situation and use your logic. You gotta think your way through the situation. As long as you're using those emotions, man, you're gonna always make the wrong decision.
The second Samuel 17 and 23.
Come on. The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 23. And Akathophel, how do you say that name?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. Okay, Akathophel saw that his advice was not followed. So he saddled his donkey and rose up and went home to his house, to his city. Then he gave charge to his house and hanged himself and died. And he was buried in his father's tomb. Should I continue?
No, that's good. Let's go to 1 Kings 16, verse 15 through 20. 1 Kings 16, verse 15 through 20.
Let's go ahead.
Book of 1 Kings, chapter 16, verse 15 through 20. And in the 27th year of Asa, king of Judah, did Zimri reign 7 days in Tirzah. And the people were encamped against
Give.
Gibbethon, which belonged to the Philistines. And the people that were encamped heard say, Zimri hath conspired and have also slain the king. Wherefore all Israel made Omri the captain of the host, king over Israel that day in the camp. And Omri went up from Gibbethon, and all Israel with him, and they besieged Tirzah. And it came to pass, when Zimri saw that the city was taken, that he went into the palace of the king's house and burned the king's house over him with fire and died. For his sins, which he sinned in doing evil in the sight of Yahuwah and walking in the way of Jeroboam, and in his sin which he did to make Israel to sin. Now the rest of the acts of Zimri and his treason that he wrought, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? Oh.
Let's go to the Judas, Matthew 27, 3 through 4.
The book of Matthew, chapter 27, verses 3. Verse 3, Slucky. Then Judas, which had betrayed him, when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself, and brought again the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders, saying, I have sinned in that I have betrayed the innocent blood. And they said, what is that to us? See thou to that. And he cast down the pieces of silver in the temple and departed, and went and hanged himself. Come on.
Now, there's a truth about each of these stories, right? Is that they didn't have to end the way that they did. They didn't have to end with these men taking their lives. They could have chosen a different way. Barak Shah could have chosen a different way. there's one thing that we should discover is the Most High Yahuwah. He reminds us in story after story in His Word that He will never waste pain. We're gonna always struggle through life, man. That's what life is. Life is struggle, man. But He will never turn away from you if you call on Him, man. And if you're doing what He commands. Because He could turn that into something that you could use for the betterment. But I want to say this. It's important that all of you remember that nowhere in the Bible does it indicate that the act of suicide, no matter how tragic, is an unforgivable sin. I challenge any of you that was into that Christianity, show me right now in the Bible where it says suicide was an unforgivable sin. Give me the precept right now. If you're a believer in Yahushua and you're still under the law, there's still a possibility that you may make it into Shemayim. Because according to the Bible, there are two unforgivable sins that I could think of. There's blasphemy. Mark 3:29. When you blaspheme the Holy Spirit, you're not forgiven for that.
Come on. The book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 29. But he who blasphemes against the Ruach HaKodesh has no forgiveness forever, but is subject to everlasting judgment.
That's the sin that can't be forgiven. You blaspheme the Most High and blaspheme the Holy Spirit, man. It's in Mark 16:16. Watch this. Jason, One West, your device is not connected. You might want to go back out and come back in again, huh?
Come on. The book of Mark, chapter 16, verse 16. He who has believed and has been immersed shall be delivered, but he who has not believed shall be condemned.
See, a lot of people believe that because once you commit suicide, you cannot ask the Most High for forgiveness. So they believe that that sin or that act can't be forgiven. But where does it say that it's an unforgivable sin? One West, your device is still not connected. See, the Bible is clear that when we're in Christ, nothing will separate us from Him, not even death. Just get Romans 8:38 and 39. Not even death. Now connected. Book of Romans, chapter 8:38 and 39.
The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 38. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahuwah, which is in Hamashiach Yahusha.
So it said nothing could separate us from the love of Yahuwah. Everybody get that? It's crystal clear. It says nothing can separate us. Nothing. That means nothing. So what have you guys to say about that, man? For everyone that's struggling with these suicidal tendencies, stress, feel like you can't just go forward, I want to give you a few things, man. If you're struggling with suicidal thoughts, first thing you gotta realize is that you have to recognize that we have a real enemy whose mission is to steal, kill, and destroy. Let's get Yakanan, Juan 10 verse 10. We have a real enemy whose mission is to kill, steal, and to destroy.
Come. The book of Yakanan, John, chapter 10, verse 10. The thief does not come except to steal and to kill and to destroy. I have come that they might possess life and that they might possess it beyond measure.
Gotta accept Yahusha, man. Gotta accept it. There's no other way around it. And the next thing I'm going to tell you is you have to choose not to be driven by fear. That's one of the things that I used to try and, tell Barack. You gotta stop around these things that take you to these dark places. And you gotta learn to be undaunted. Choose not to be driven by fear. Let's get Yeshaya, Isaiah 41, verse 10. So you can't be afraid to reach out. All of you under the sound of my voice, if you know someone is struggling, you can't be afraid to reach out to help someone who's struggling or to reach out for help. If you yourself find yourself struggling, well, I won't let you go, man. You stay in the faith, man.
Come on.
The book of Yeshaya, chapter 41.
He's giving you other people in your life that will help you shoulder that burden. See, there's support, there's counsel available. Good, huh?
The book of Yeshaya, Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy supreme Elohim. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness.
Yeah. The next thing I'm going to tell you is you got to know that you're not alone. The Most High always offer hope and deliverance. Look at Psalms 34, 18 and 19. Psalms 34, 18 and 19. I'll tell you, those hats are $53.99. Because it cost me so much to make one of them.
Come on. The book of Psalms,
what's his name? The brother Dwayne said he makes that, man. He told me right after I had already ordered it, or I would have just paid him to do it. That way I could have kept the money in the community.
Come. The book of Telahim, Psalm chapter 34, verse 18. Yahuwah is near to the brokenhearted and saves those whose ruach is crushed. Many are the evils of the righteous, but Yahuwah delivers him out of them all.
It's like it. So, Dwayne, you do heat press or is it silk screen? Just stepped away for a minute. The next thing I'm going to tell you is you got to know that the Most High loves you and He's always with you. Psalms 55 and 22. Psalms 55 and 22.
The book of Telahim, Psalm chapter 55, verse 22. Cast your burden on Yahuwah and let him sustain you. He never allows the righteous to be shaken.
Well, I don't see how you go. I don't know how people make it in this world without the Most High out. God. I would have been gone. I would have been gone. Let me tell you,
all praises due, man.
And my darkest hours, man, I would have been gone.
Gone.
Wayne, you still on the core?
Gone.
Yeah. So you do silk screen or heat press shirts?
I do heat press and embroidery art.
The heat press, but they don't. It seems like you have a problem with those. I got a heat press machine I don't even use because it seems like after you wash it a few times, it's done. Unlike the silk screen.
It really it depends on what you call it, the vinyl that you buy, because some people buy like regular vinyl and you wash it one time and then the shirt's destroyed, or
Yeah.
you gotta buy like a stretch type, vinyl that's gonna be able to rewash like 50 times.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna need your information for some work shirts, Dwayne, especially that embroidery for like my college shirts and stuff that I got, like patches and whatnot.
Con.
Hey, go ahead and drop that in the private chat for me, all right?
Yeah, and that's why I was trying to tell the Ak, I'm like, because the money that you paying the third party, not like, I'm just trying to help you so you don't have to pay the extra buck, because the shirts that they're printing out, really, you can buy the shirts yourself wholesale, and then you can buy just the design itself. Like you have different places that do it, like Super Color or what you call it. Can't remember the other name, but they do it really cheap, and they'll do like 50 different designs, and all you need is a small little design, and you can heat press it on the shirt yourself. Buy the shirt cheaper, so you're not spending all that all that money up front, because that's how they get you. Because the shirt itself is not really going to be high quality shirt. They you just paying for a regular shirt, and the fact that they just use their equipment to heat press it onto the shirt. So you're really just paying for the convenience of not having the information yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. When you had told me that, I had already ordered it. It was already ordered. But yeah, I was just calling you then. I guess you had walked away from the computer. It's just asking you now. Like,
Yeah. So sometimes I even use Fiverr. Like Fiverr, they have some good digital artists, and they will make my design, and then I bring it somewhere else, like a different place, and they will digitize it for me, and I can put it on the shirt. But I'll definitely give you the links out so that you can it might start a little slow, but as it pick up, then when it picks up big, then you push it out to a big broadcaster like that, and you're like, all right, I can't keep up with the orders myself, so I can push it out to y'all, and y'all can just print on demand for me.
I have one of those machines in storage. I haven't used it in years. Like the heat press.
Yeah, and some of these YouTubers, you see them a lot. They have their little merch on the bottom. That's
Yep.
what I think you should do. Is like have your little merch at the bottom of the YouTube, and people can buy the merch when they come on your actual page.
Right.
So, yeah, and promote it that way as well.
Yes. Let's get Jeremiah 29:11. So Most High has a plan for you.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith Yahuwah, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Slakia.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw a link in the room for people that may want to come on here. If I tell you anything you want to bring out, good brother? Anyone in the room got anything they want to bring out about the situation at hand, man? The brother taking.
I just want to let brothers know to stay strong and just be vigilant out there and know that we are each other brother's keeper. And we won't allow this to happen to another one of our members. And if we're going through anything, reach out to somebody and say something, and definitely watch those tall tale signs, brother. I'm convinced when you're in this knowledge, these are repercussions of being in that knowledge. It's always going to be a battle. But my condolences to that brother's family. And to anybody who's suffering without him, I just pray that brother finds peace. I pray Yahuwah finds that brother peace.
It's crazy, y'all. Think
Yeah, it
this man
still
took
seems
his
real,
own
brother.
life, man. This man's not coming back. You understand what I'm saying? This man took his own damn life, man.
I'm gonna miss that brother, man, for real.
Facts.
Correct.
Be careful. Gotta be
It's
careful.
gonna be a little different, man. Not hearing the Ox voice, you know. For real. Sleep with Police, Marty Marr, and now Barack Shaw. You know, it's crazy, but we got to keep it pushing.
Come on. Yeah, regarding his voice, too, man. Regarding his voice, man, he had one of those voices that always resonated. I always hear in my head, man. Not many people got that type of voice, man.
You heard what I told you?
My G.
My G.
Stuck in my head, man.
Gotta keep
it real. Still don't seem real, for real.
At all, man. At all. At all.
Hey, any of the Ox that, you know, keep any touch with his family, just, you know, who knows if he ever speak to his daughter at any point in life, just let her know how much her father really loved her, you know? Just, you know, she gonna need them words one day.
It's crazy, man, because regarding that, so I was with them on it was either Wednesday or Tuesday for the job, and on our way back home, we had just finished a job. She had called him, his daughter, you know, checking up, whatnot, and you know, I just noticed how like his demeanor changes a little bit, but you know, I think because I was in the car, he wasn't trying to get combatant because they were pretty much talking about, you know, the situation about, you know, him seeing her less and whatnot, and where he would pick her up and when he would pick her up. And, you know, he was getting into a little bit too much. And so he kind of just, you know, digressed and, you know, just told her, listen, one day you're going to understand. And it's crazy now, just looking back in hindsight, that being one of the last few words that he told his daughter. And now when she thinks back to those words, you know, she remembers, which I'm sure she will. You know, she can take that so many ways, and you know, you just don't know how she'll understand now. You know, even though I'm sure it wasn't what he intended for her to understand. But I pray that, you know, even regardless of this unfortunate situation, that when she is older, you know, she has a mind of her own, that she understands that the situation was very extreme, and what actually in truth caused him and pushed him to the limit, you know, what was due to his mother and the situation. I mean, her mother and the situation. You know, so I hope and I pray that she realizes that.
Ain't no woman, man. Ain't no woman worth it. Ain't no woman worth it, Ox.
No.
Big love.
Facts.
Shalom Roscoe Church.
What's going on, you guys? I'm just kind of upset because I only got to see Baraka Shah one time, and then he just told me to keep the right things, and to turn around and see that he's not going to be carrying on with us is shocking, you know. And I'm seeing why Kahan do these shows about the whole female. Sometimes I kind of I'm like, why is he stressing on these people? But now I'm starting to really see like why it's important to get these messages out here, because man, it's just wrong with the type of things that females can get away with, and man got to carry on with. So it's just waking me up in so many ways. I appreciate you guys, man, because it's definitely waking me up. And just to talk about the whole suicide thing, I just lost a close friend. She was a female, and she killed herself today. So that's what's really like. I don't know what's in the water. I don't know what's going on. Well, I know what's going on. It's a spiritual warfare, but I just don't. I didn't expect it for somebody from Barack Ashad because the female that I knew, she wasn't in the truth, but Barack Ashad was in the truth. So I just, I wasn't expecting it from him. So it's different. It's different on so many levels. I promise.
It definitely wasn't the water for Barack, man, because Barack was on top of his water. Definitely was not his water.
This still.
Yeah, man.
I feel like many don't know until they in the battle themselves. Like when you fighting, you really actually out there fighting. You actually doing battle. You crossing swords. You failing most of all, and you still standing tall. Like they don't talk about what it's like to be a man and go through failure after failure after failure, and then to be successful after that. Like many battles, so it might look like, you are strong and the Most High give you that strength, but deep down, if it wasn't for the Most High, they would have ran you through already. Many would have been like Saul and threw themselves on top of that, on top of his own weapon, took his own life, but all praises to the Most High that we are still here and we talking about this right now because it ain't easy. You see a strong person like Barack Shaw, for him to go and do it. You say, what do you think of the other men that, they didn't even got no strength. They ain't talking with no strength. They ain't never heard this truth. They never gonna fight for their kids. They would die for less. They would kill for less. So. And these women, man, is just crazy, and they turn your kids against you. That's what was happening. Use your stepfather, and you start turning the child against the father, and then taking the child away from him. That stuff cut deep, man. That cut deep, especially if you can see the truth, what's happening right before your eyes. You're like, man, she gonna choose him over me. And he knew it wasn't nothing personal, but it probably just hit him really hard, knowing that this is surreal. This is my little baby girl that I raised. I changed her diapers from she was this little small, and now she don't want to come hang with me. So as a father, yeah, that's gonna hurt, man. That's gonna hit you straight in the heart. But it's not an easy battle. It's not an easy fight. It ain't easy. So a person outside looking in, it might look like it's just, yeah, man. They look at Tazadak, it's like, man, he got all these remedies, but Tazadak, he fought many battles before to get to this place. He got the receipts. Go check all the videos. He got receipts, man. We still got our battles to fight, and God willing, we gonna endure until the end to show our receipts in the end. All praise to the Most High. He's here and he can help us and talk us through it and, be that roadmap and say, hey, you need to go right or we need to go left. But many people don't get that opportunity. So that they talk about this thing called truth, but they ain't willing to walk it. So this is a time, like Tazadak said, gird up your loins because it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse in these wicked times, man. We know who the enemy is. Yeah, it's time to gird up your loins and fight. And if you are type of person that you don't have the loins to fight, talk to one of us brothers so we can give you some encouragement to keep going. Like you ain't alone. You ain't by yourself. These evil, wicked women, they ain't gonna get away with it. They gonna have to answer to somebody. I think there's some scripture that said, what you do in secret, you think nobody watching you, but there's only one that knows. He knows all. So, it's a sad thing to see, sleep in peace. Y'all just stay in the truth, y'all. Y'all stay in the truth. Stay with the Most High because this is the only place to be that you're gonna get guaranteed victory. Come on.
I was always saying that though. Family be your biggest enemy, man. Family. I've been saying that since as long as I've been on this show. Like, yeah, family. It's family. It's gonna be the people that say they love you. Man, it's family, man. It's them. It's them that's doing it. If you let them, if you let them, if you let them.
And Kadar, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like when you said y'all get up at 5 a.m. I heard y'all say that before, like 5 a.m. and y'all chopping it up, and, studying scriptures and studying stuff that tells the dark. So I know being a brother's keeper and going through that's not an easy thing. So more than ever though, I know the Most High, He sees and He knows all, and He sees, he tried, he tried, but I know, all I can do is pray for his soul, and pray for the forgiveness of sin, and pray that his daughter gets that whole Holy Spirit, that Ruach inside of her, to lead her in the path of righteousness, So that's all I can do is pray at this point, because, there's no coming back from this. There's no coming back. We gotta wear our brothers on our sleeves and help our brothers out when they need help. Don't just be here and go on tomorrow. Like, if you're a true brother indeed, always, he showed that example. If from here, all y'all brothers here, he showed that example. He's his brother's keeper. He checked in on y'all, made sure that everybody was good. He showed the true representation of my brother. I'm my brother's keeper. So, pass that same spirit on and be your brother's keeper, so that this type of event won't happen to one of us.
Oh.
Khan, Shalom, brother Shalom. What's going on with everybody? I can definitely attest to that. Even down in Atlanta, the brothers still waking up at 5 a.m. Talking with each other. They up before me. I got up because I hear them speaking with each other. But the brother Stephon, also known as Barak Shah, man, he was a good dude, man, for real talk. Always gotta uplift the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Just a real stand up dude. From the short time that I've known him, and the two times that I met him or was able to gather with him at the Passover in the Purim, it was truly an honor, truly a blessing. You know what I mean? Um, First, I want to bring out the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. I'm going to start reading at verse 1. It says, "But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Elohim, and there shall no torment touch them." Verse 2, "In the sight of the unwise they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery, and their going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace." Verse 4, "For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the supreme Elohim proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace he has tried them, and received them as an ascending smoke offering. And in their time of their visitation they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people. And there Yahuwah shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his Kadashim, set apart ones, and he has care for his elect. So, being a man of the Most High, being a follower of Yahusha Hamashiach, we have to know that he has care for his elect. So when that burden gets heavy, we always have to turn to the Most High. And like the Kahan said in the previous live, nothing should come between our relationship with the Most High. Not a woman, not our job, not anything of this world, or anything that we may go through. We have to keep the Most High first. That's how we're in the predicament that we're in now, from turning away from the Most High and breaking the covenant, and what I'm saying, turning away from the first Father. You know what I mean? Um, this is definitely unsettling. It still just seemed unreal. You know what I mean? Like, We were just gathering with the brother a couple of weeks ago, man. Like it's crazy, and you know, you never really know what someone is going through. You know what I mean? Based off what they tell you. People say one thing, but it's really another going on behind the background. And the brother Barack Shah, man, that's a good dude, man. Real talk. I just feel like I owe him to come on there and say that, man. Always, encouraging the brother, encouraging me. You know what I mean? And yeah, he definitely will be missed, man. And yeah, that's pretty much what I got, man. Shalom to all the brothers, the Akyam. We got to stay strong. We got to keep enduring this trials and tribulations. The accuser, Hashatan, he's forever at work. Um, so we got to stay diligent. We got to stay, what I'm saying, prayed up. We got to stay in these scriptures, and we got to stay in the spirit. And we can't be conformed to this world. The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. So, this world, we're going to be tried day in and day out, trials, tribulations, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. So, um, we can't give in. Like the brothers were saying earlier, we can't let our emotions affect us. The Most High has emotions, but they don't affect him. He feels emotions, but he doesn't let them misconstrue his judgment.
Mm.
Um, he has to still think clear and use logic. That's what I feel like separates the man from the woman, as a woman will let her emotions just control her and totally, she'll react just based off how she's feeling in a moment and then end up regretting it later. And, we as men, we cannot let our emotions overrun us, you know, and turn us away from logical thinking. We got to remain steadfast and in this word and never lacking anything. And if we need anything, we're going to pray for it. We're going to trust in the Most High. If we shall ask anything in the name of Yahusha, we shall receive it. That was the promise that he made to us. And we got to put our faith in this word and not in this world. If we were of the world would love us, but we are not of this world. We have been chosen out of this world, and we must remain, followers of Hamashiach. Just like the video that the brother played at the beginning of this, you got to pick up your cross. If any man shall come after me, let him deny himself. We have to deny ourselves daily and what we want, and be followers of the Most High. How the Khan said earlier, in a past life, if any man shall be chief among you, let him be a servant. You know, um, we're here to serve one another and just may Yahuwah be with the soul of the brother Barak Shar. Real good dude, real stand up dude, man. Um, like I said, it was truly an honor and a pleasure to meet the brother in the flesh. Um, and this is a terrible thing, man. Definitely a wake up call. You know what I mean? Like the Khan say, this isn't an isolated incident. Things happen like this all the time and consistently. You know what I mean? And we have to learn from this. Um, we have to take heed. Like the brothers were saying, we don't take heed to all of these lessons um, throughout the stories throughout the Bible. And, we have to learn from those who came before us. You know what I mean? They paved the path. We have to learn from Hamashiach. He walked the walk, and we're all trying to walk every day. And we just have to stay in the faith and stay in the spirit. Like I said before in the book of Romans, do not be conformed to this world. When hellfire is coming down, who will you turn to in that hour? What will you do? Will you lose faith in the Most High? I was reading the parable when I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, brothers, but I believe the disciples were on a boat with Hamashiach, and he was trying to get some rest, and it was like a great storm that came, And they was like, Adonai, Adonai, do you not care that we shall perish? And he got up and he rebuked the waves and the wind. And he said, do you have no faith? You know what I mean? We gotta have faith, in times of trial and tribulations. And then I believe one of the men that are on the boat said, about Hamashiach, what manner of man is this that the wind and the sea obey him? you know, and we have this power as followers of Hamashiach, Yahusha, and it says, even greater works than these will ye do. So, we gotta have faith in the Most High. We gotta have faith in the Creator of the heavens and the earth. The Most High didn't give us no spirit of fear. We shouldn't be fearing no court, no other man, no woman, anything. You have to be totally undaunted if you're gonna walk this walk, because you will be tried. No man can dodge the arraignment. We all have a date with the plaintiff. And in that hour of tribulation, um, will you stand tall? Will you be strong? We can't give up. We never give up. I want to put up a prayer for the brother's family. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that he's leaving behind. Especially his little daughter. As Kahan said, she has to carry this the rest of her life. And I just pray that she finds Yahuwah, Yahusha in her life. And it's not gonna be easy. But with that, I yield. That's pretty much what I have to say. Just wanted to come on here and speak my piece. And may the blessing of Yahusha fall upon all you brothers. And it's truly a blessing to be a part of the true disciples of Christ. And yeah, I got love for all of you brothers. Just like the Kahan said, reach out. Um, it's always somebody willing to help. But with that, I yield.
Appreciate you, good brother.
Come on.
It's always someone that's been through or going through what you're going through. We all got our own battles, but you're supposed to have brothers around you to go to for counsel, to go to for advice. They done been through situations you done been through. Shame, this is an example for real. You don't have to take this out that route. Things don't ever have to get that far. Gotta have faith. The spirit of Hashaitan will jump on you. You do something like that.
Feeling like going on a fast after this, man. Gotta shake this thing off, man. Crazy, man.
Most sides not gonna put you into a battle you can't come out victorious. It's gonna be a battle either way. You're gonna fall. But you're gonna win in the end. You're gonna go through stuff in life, but you're gonna win in the end. You gotta do is pray for help. The brother always use that idiom or aphorism. If you go to the doctor with a broken leg, you tell him your stomach hurts, you're never gonna get help. If you go to the Most High, if you go through life not being honest with yourself and understanding that you may be going through situations, this and the third, but you don't bring it to brothers, you keep that in, it's gonna consume you, you're gonna implode on the inside. That's where your faith is being tested. Put all my trust in the Supreme Allah, man. Everything else is it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yeah, you're gonna have that tolerance like Job, no matter what come your way. Say if I did anything to offend the Father, if I'm not living righteous and I disobey the commandments, let him come and take me. Don't do it yourself, man. Gotta gird up and keep on thriving, enduring to the end. That's the whole point. Gotta endure. Gotta be the last one standing. The whole lie was that we were defeated or that we could be defeated. That's the whole lie. We already got the victory out. It's just gotta be a lesson, man. How's the doctor still here?
Brother probably just stepped away for a moment.
Uh,
The great and honorable Nefertali.
Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Achiums.
Kane, brother Kane.
Definitely that. Stay strong out there, my brothers. Stay vigilant. Your lives are important, especially the brothers that's on the panel, man. The body definitely appreciates all the members. Definitely appreciate you, Elder Kahan, for bringing this knowledge. Just pray the Most High finds a place for the good Barak Shah.
Come. To watch that video in the beginning that Kahan played and to know what happened, in the current time, it's just never really know what people are going through. Someone's battle might be, easy for you, but another person, it might utterly destroy them.
Come on. The brother always used to say, man, with every adversity comes an equal or greater opportunity, man. I'm gonna keep reciting that until the world knows, man, because it's powerful. There's no beauty without struggle, man. None at all.
But Father chastise those he loves.
So I was loving him, man. I was loving him. He's just gonna see that. Most I gave him a way out, man, which is something that most men don't have or feel like they have.
So it's good to call brothers to talk to them because you may be have so much tunnel vision about a situation you're going through. Your brother call, you talk to him, he talk you right out of situations.
Come on.
Because he's looking at it from a different aspect that you're not seeing. Brother Barack Shaw said it himself. You can't see the picture in the frame or something like that, something along the lines. He said something just like that. I remember him saying it too. You going through it, you can't see what's the whole bigger picture.
Come on. The brother used to do that for me all the time, man. All the time. In the perfect moments, too, man, he was always hit me up. I used to tell him all the time. I was just spirit moving on him.
I got some precepts real quick. I think it's perfectly, beneficial. Ecclesiasticus 6, verse 14. A faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that hath found such a one hath found a treasure. Nothing doth contravail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable. A faithful friend is a medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him. Whosoever feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright, for for as he is, so shall his neighbor also be.
Come on.
I don't think this thing gonna settle a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be a shock a few days for this thing to set.
Scripture says,
Mm-hmm.
to mourn for 7 days, man.
Con.
In the book of Sirach, chapter 22, verse 12 or 11. I'll bring that out real quick.
Con. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 22. Start at verse 11. Weep for the dead, for he hath lost the light, and weep for the fool, for he wanteth understanding.
Make little weeping for the dead, for he is at rest. But the life of the fool is worse than death. Verse 12. 7 days do men mourn for him that is dead. But for a fool and ungodly man, all the days of his life.
Come
Con.
I just ask every brother have Barak's soul in their prayers every day for at least the next 7 days, man.
Con.
Con.
Con, absolutely.
Sir.
Already done said one already. I'm gonna keep saying it. Like, Lord, watch over him, man. Watch over his little one too. Y'all gonna have to hit the studio about this one. I'm gonna have to get that song.
Come.
I was really looking forward to hearing Barak on the verse, man.
Come.
He had some bars, man. He had flow too.
He snuck me a hook too. So
Come on.
put something together for you. Come.
I remember the last day of the Passover, we were traveling around in the conveyance, and he was spitting over, a beat. I was like, oh shit, he got some twang to him, man.
My fellow Benjamin, you already know. It's in us. Most High got him, man. You know, Benjamin and Judah always stay close.
You can only pray so, man. You can only pray so.
Man.
Hey, Shaw, your device is not connected. Huh? You're gonna have to go out and come back in. Shaw, your device is not connected.
My brother seems so really happy, so glad the Passover.
Come on.
Yeah.
He was definitely elated to be there, man. Very elated.
Roscoe Church call him Baraka Shah.
Khan. That's his character on Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I remember Brock was out there too, man, over there at the Airbnb. The at the Purim and the Passover, man. He definitely shined the light on a lot of us and had good energy for sure, man.
Uh, uh, uh. Oh man.
But I had to look at that text message a few times. I'm like, reading the name, I'm like, what? Like, wow.
Come on.
I'm like, for real.
Yeah, I got I got our text messages like pinned to the top, and just I can't even think about removing that, man. I want to keep it there as a reminder, man.
I just did the same thing. Had them pinned to the top.
Come on.
Dang. My G.
Aren't you?
Yeah, I know I got one. He stayed sending some audio texts.
Come on. Yep.
That's facts. I got at least 20 of them. Always uplifting the brothers.
Come on. That's for sure, man. He left his mark, man. I can say that.
I remember that one of the lives. I think we was talking to one of the females, and Barack Shaw was, he was saying, good looks for coming out. We appreciate you giving your feed, and Tyler Doc was like, man, you always coming out here for these snow bunnies.
Yeah, maybe I had an issue with those.
Yeah.
Come
on. He said he don't know what it is. I told him it was from self-loathing, man. Lack of love of self.
You spot on with that too.
Grand Rising, good brother. Good news and bad news. I've been up since 2 working on that document that you helped me revise, and I'm gonna knock out for 2 hours. I'll be up again by 7, so I'll hit you by 7, or you hit me by 7:15 the latest. Get back at it again. My G.
Can't believe it, man. That brother was fighting more than any brother I know, man.
Go ahead, Shaw.
Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praise to the Supreme Elohim, Mashiach Yahweh Shah. Getting on tonight, brothers. First off, I want to give all love to the brothers that's here on the panel. I want to send my condolence to the brother Barack Shah family, as well as the brothers here on the panel tonight. It's a hurtful feeling to come back into this fold and see that a brother has taken his life upon situations that has a door upon this journey of finding truth and understanding truth and knowledge that has presented to us through the Quran, exposing us to this truth. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know the scripture by heart, but in the aspect of everything that we all come forth in knowing and learning through this right knowledge. The Supreme Elohim is with us at all times in bringing forth this knowledge of truth. And it's a scripture that states that if you take upon this cross and you follow me and walk through this triumph, he'll be with you. I wasn't around when Marty Marr passed, and what nature came upon his passing. Obviously, it was similar to what Barack Shah just went through. But I just say, brothers, we have to endure the pain and the struggles that we already face when we don't know the truth. And when we come into this truth, it's for us to hear and understand this truth to be able to endure the pain and the struggles that we have already set forth, that was set forth amongst us. So therefore, the way I'm coming at you is like, I walk this walk through the process of the commercial process, as well as enduring the process of going to these venues without my brothers that is here tonight on this panel, where I found this right knowledge at, and still had to endure the struggles without someone being present. I'm a little lost in dealing with this situation, because from the time that I have encountered and came back into this truth, this brother Barack Shah was a strong brother who took upon right knowledge to endure the right knowledge and obtain the right knowledge, and to seek what he have obtained to live upon. I'm gonna be honest, man. It's like the scriptures that the Quran bring out dealing with a nature of this. I'm not sure if you have heard it before or know other scriptures, but it's something that's telling me in my soul that he was somewhat leaning to this situation without receiving truth of knowledge of what he had to endure to overcome the situations that he was dealing with. I don't want to speak bad about the brother, because I didn't know the brother, but I only knew him from the time that I have came back into this fold and hearing the nature of his problems that he was going through, the things that he was trying to overcome. And then when he said he wasn't strong enough to endure the pain, endure the struggle that he was going through, my conscience is saying that, was he really hearing the scriptures that was given to him to endure the pain and the struggles? Because when I heard these scriptures before, once I took upon it and listened to it, but I had to really focus on the outcome that I will receive from the truth and knowledge that I was lacking. And with receiving that knowledge, I had to endure the strength to allow the Supreme Elohim to come in and take over and be able to speak and hear the things that will overcome my problems, my issues, my thoughts, and so forth and so forth and so on. I'm just coming and saying that I want to give all praise to the Supreme Elohim, man, to this truth and knowledge that I received, that I'm willing to wanted to continue and receiving throughout the podcasts that the Kahan bring forth to us to receive knowledge and understand this knowledge. I just say, brother, we can't falter to what the devil want us to perceive what is truth, to rely on our own train of thoughts to believe that this is what is best for us. So I just want to say, man, to all the brothers on the panel that is new to the true disciples of Christ, who have spoken with this brother, who's seen this brother, who came in connection with this brother and gave love to this brother to help him out in all his situations that he have endured. I just want to say, man, just stay focused. Stay focused. Stay attentive to what we are hearing in the scriptures to be able to endure all our problems, because the Most High is not going to put things on us that we can't bear. We couldn't bear it when we didn't hear the truth. We couldn't bear it when we had no knowledge of truth. But when we came into the truth to bear all things that the Most High put upon us, he's chastising. He's chastising us. He's the way, the truth, and the life. That's Jesus Christ. I yield because I'm having interruptions. I apologize. I'm sorry. It's craziness, right?
What happened? What happened? He blinked out.
Somebody was interrupting him.
What was saying, no? So interrupt the brother in the middle of his speech. Yeah. Gotta hold on.
I know a young man, his name is Barack. I believe he cuts hair as good as he eats box. He'll be able to square your way at the Passover.
I know what that brother went out like that, huh? Can't fade it, man. Put pressure on a lot of people out. Yep. You didn't consider nobody else, man. With the selfish move, you didn't consider the people that, cared about you, man. Should have cared enough to come to someone and say something.
Yeah, that self-loathing spirit, man, that's nothing to play with. People need to seek help as soon as that come over you. That thing ain't nothing to play with. Just the Ak explaining the whole situation and how they found him and the neighbor coming to help him out, and that spirit on him to say that to the neighbor. Like, yo, he had already made up his mind at that point.
Yep.
Said
something. I mean, the fact that happened so quick he got off the phone with me and Kadar, he already knew he was going to do that. Huh? Mm-hmm. That's why he sounded so spaced out when I was talking to him. He wasn't making sense. He kept saying the same thing to me. I said, yo, brother, you just asked me that question.
Just ask me that question. You had to be tuned out, zoned out, because it just gave you the answer. I heard the answer.
Especially when the brother is so well spoken.
Mine was somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was not on that phone.
He could
Ain't that
have.
bad, though. Come on, man. Ain't that bad, man. You take your own life. Talk about how much you love your daughter, then your thoughts just must stop. It stop. And everything that you allegedly wanted to protect her from, you just open it up to that whole world. You know how hard it is for single daughters, man.
Facts.
Raised by stepfathers. Those are some of the number one molesters of single daughters, man, is a stepfather. How many women been abused, man, don't want to tell men, and they go into relationships with these problems without discussing it with the guy? Then it comes out later she has problems reaching orgasms and things like that because her mind is thinking about when she was molested every time she lay down and trying to have sex. This is a world of problems, man.
Facts. This shit still don't seem real, man. Brother ain't never gonna be on the calls no more. No high holy days.
Yeah, man. That move right there, that I can't put too much thought into it. It'll mess you up. You put a lot of thought into that, man. Trying to figure out why he did it. You know what I mean? He knows why he did it. Is it justified in my eyes? No. To me, it was a cop out, bro. Just telling you, man. It's the easy way out. It's harder to face those problems, though. As crazy as that may sound. But it's literally more difficult to stand there and face that stuff that you fear. Say, I'll just end it all and I'll show them. You know what I mean? Trying to project the message. The fact that he was trying to project the message is the fact that he said, I just want you to know this is all your fault. To that Monique, that, the child's mom.
Right.
Yeah, you want to hurt her so much that you forgot about yourself.
Right.
Yep.
Well, he claimed, there's some stuff that he said that he wasn't even into her like that. That was a mistake, man. But I've heard men say a lot of things that they really didn't mean.
Right. It's crazy. Ain't no woman ever make me kill myself, man. Nothing. I really can't think of one thing that'll make me put that spirit on me to do something like that up.
Man, think about this, man. Can you imagine him? This is a thing that I try not to think about too much because every time I put my mind on it, my mind just go into a dark place. This man outside in the backyard slitting his wrist, man.
I try not to even think of that either, because
man, what kind of placement you be in to do that to yourself, man? Where you at that you're doing this to yourself, man? That's a dark place right there, man. That's dark as hell right there, huh?
Right after the phone call at that, like, I could have been trying to fill you up with some spirit. You didn't even receive it.
That's got to be a demon because you're going to see, all the blood rush out your wrist. Man, I can't. Nah.
Most people would have went into shock at that point. Like, yo, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Yep.
Right. Like, you out of body. Am I really doing this right now?
You damn right it's a demon, huh?
Yeah, he was committed to that, man.
So I don't even know if he was. I pray that he wasn't like taking any substance or anything, because a lot of
See,
times
that's what I
That's
hate to
what
say it.
Kahar, yeah.
I hate to say it, but that's what I think might have triggered it. Because that you don't go from on the
you don't
phone
go
with
into
me and
that.
Kadar
Yeah,
talking to just orphan yourself like that. There's no intermediate area there.
Right.
You went from one extreme to the next, man. Like within a few minutes, this man told yo, you know what? I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna go and take care of it right now. But talking to his nephew said a lot of things that we wasn't aware of. Said that he's been suffering from this most of his life from a kid. Like he's been dealing with depression. Like he was always saying what he was gonna do to himself, but they never thought he would really do it. He said my uncle's been suffering from depression for a minute. But you know me, man. That I believe all of these things are spirits, man. But they call depressions, I call it demons, spirits.
Yeah.
They get on to people.
Facts. There's no medicine that be giving them help. Just put them comatose, really. They become a zombie.
I can't really think though what substance it would be, because the only thing the brother will use is weed.
Well, I mean, that's what he told us, dog. Think about it. Someone that uses a hardened drug is not going to tell us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah, but
How many crackheads that goes there? Oh, I smoke crack.
even
You can
that
see
weed
them twitching and all that, and they tell you they don't do it.
Right. But I feel
even
like
that weed arc, that's a bad spirit on it in itself. That's it teach like it ain't gonna do nothing, but there's still spirits on that too. Anything that you do harm to your body is a spirit behind it. It's just gonna be that little replacement for a temporary moment, but it's not gonna fill you up, So even in that, like if he was even using that, then that could have altered it too. Even if he hadn't done it for a minute, he probably hadn't done it for a minute, and he's like, "Damn, it's finally hitting him," and then it just take that moment to go back to the old you, picking up old habits,
Some things he was just taking, what I mean, to an extremity. Like almost every time he would talk to me, he would tell me that planes and everything was up in the sky, watching him.
Come on.
So I'm like, yo, I mean, you really think they really watching you? Yeah, man, I go outside. I mean, I was like, yo, man, just stop paying attention to.
Right.
He was being consumed by too many things,
Paranoid.
things
Yeah.
that I would have just taken lightly and blew off. It just consumed him,
Oh, you're dead right. He would talk about his phone being tapped too. I'm like, yo, all our phones are tapped, man. Like, it's not nothing personal to you, man. But he would personify it like if it was just towards him. Like, if he was the odd one out, like if there was somebody really coming out to look for him. He was paranoid. And I can't say that that's not true. The lion comes out here waiting to devour. I say, he's working to devour, but it's not. It's not a secluded situation, man. Like we all going through it, man.
You can say though, more like you smoke, you're gonna become paranoid.
And
Or
naturally,
stuff is like is really after you when it's really not. You're gonna think situations, you're gonna become really paranoid.
Real paranoid, man. I remember every time we be in the car, man. Even if we not by his crib, man. Like he would think anything flying in the sky, was a drone. I'm like, at some point, I would just stop, man. I'm like, all right, bro, you got it. So I'm like, yo, come on, like I'm looking at it right now. I got better vision than you. I know that for damn sure. That's a damn plane, man.
That was the same thing when we was in Atlanta. He was like, "See what I told you? Them things in the sky, Listen, we by the airport. I live
Right.
by the airport.
And it's funny because he lived by the airport too. I'm like, yo, the airport is right there.
Yeah. And then if you know anything about the airport and them drones, you can't fly a drone more than 150 feet in the air. If you live within a certain mileage.
Because it's commercial airspace. It's commercial airspace, yeah. Yeah, man. It definitely was accumulative.
No, but I can definitely say that smoking definitely, like the ox said, to give you paranoia. Like I've seen it firsthand where my pops, like he got cancer, and like that's something he held on to. Like he still somewhat holds on to it since he's in the country in Jamaica. That's something that they teach, that Rastafari and blah blah blah. And that's something they always do. And so they smoking 24/7. So that's always been one of his strongholds. But when he got sick, and him continuing to smoke, I could see that self-loathing spirit that would stay on him, even though I would, try to talk him out of it and tell him, you got to put this thing down because you can't really go no forward, and you can't keep feeling sorry for yourself because the world gonna keep rolling. The wheel gonna keep on spinning. So you gotta, gird your loins and get up out of this thing. So I've definitely firsthand seen the effects of smoking and what it do to a man that feels like he has nothing left.
Yeah, because I'll be honest with you, I used to smoke too, but I ain't never feel like that a day in my life from smoking, man. So it was definitely like, I do agree that smoking does, especially weed, it does enhance whatever is rooted in you deep down. It definitely does, man.
So man, thinking so is he, man. I seen friends that I say, man, y'all, you should never be smoking because if you can't handle this, you can't handle regular life. The moment it's the same thing with a bottle. The moment you pick up that bottle, that a spirit just gonna take over. So if you couldn't cope before, now that you're smoking, you really can't cope now. Somebody else is leading. So, some people just don't need to be doing it. It shouldn't be something that's done whatsoever, but some people really don't need to be doing it because they can't handle life. They can't cope. There's no coping mechanism there in the first place. So after you've overindulged in that thing, it almost you become immune to it. And you don't have the Most High, the scriptures and the precepts in your heart to battle that spirit, then once that's up, that's it. There's nothing else left to lean on at that point. So, yeah, I've never gotten there myself because I used to overindulge, but I had to put that lifestyle down. But I know other brothers that they couldn't. They dang near went crazy smoking one time.
Shabbat Shalom, King. Shabbat Shalom, King.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, man.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Man, I was in a man. I caught the message, like it threw me all the way off when I looked at the message. I just, I seen the Kahan math, and I was just like, looked at it, like, okay, I'm thinking about do an early webinar or a podcast or something. I saw the message. I was like, are you serious? Are you serious, bro? Like, wow. I'm like, wow. That goes to show you how the system can just cast so many spells upon you. It just torments your soul to where as though you can't. And man, to where as though you want to give up. Like, I can't front, man. You know what I'm saying? Being in bondage, Yeah, those thoughts run wild. But you out here in the land, and then you got support though. You know what I'm saying? When you in bondage, all you got is the wicked imposers, you know what I'm saying? Just imposing upon you to where as though you out here on the land, you can make a way, you know what I'm saying? The Most High released you from that temporary bondage, but all you gotta do now is deal with that mental bondage. You know, like I can understand the brother was trying to find a home. He had a home. He had a whole community. You know what I'm saying? For real. What a kahana, I mean, that show love to each and every one of us, man. Show us that tough love, you know what I'm saying? To let us know, like, he that living example, how you can, all you gotta do is apply the math. All you gotta do is apply the information. That's all you gotta do is apply the information and be that what the creator designed you to be, and that's a man. That's all you gotta do is be that man. Rest in peace to the brother, man. To know what I mean, to my G. You know what I mean, wish I ain't had to go out like that, but man.
Cool. Then this is the perfect example of what it looks like to fight a spiritual war physically, man, because the brother was going through the motions of things, man. Like he was learning the stuff, whatnot. He was going through the procedures, but spiritually he just wasn't there. He wasn't strong enough. He didn't prioritize his spirit, his faith. I kept trying to remind him of that, man.
Yeah, this ain't nothing but a living. This ain't nothing but an example for us to really tighten up because that spirit can get on you and try to just tear you apart for real.
Yep.
That's what that energy want us to do. It want us to fall. Hey, I ain't gonna be able to do it, man, for real. And just it's just crazy. And they give us examples on how they go way and beyond extremes to break us, and we still here, bro. We ain't going nowhere. We here. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't nothing accidental or coincidental. Every other nation, you know what I'm saying, was given some form of apology or some form of remorse or some kind of empathy for what they done. You know what I'm saying? But yet we the one nation, you know what I'm saying, that they glorify on how they did what they did to us. You know what I'm saying? So now when we coming into our own, we really are getting that overstanding. And they just go deeper than that to try to make us fall even deep. You know what I'm saying? Using our most valuable resource, the woman, against us. You know what I'm saying? To take our offsprings. But we gotta love our offsprings, love the creator more than anything. More than anything. Be selfless for real. And just be grateful for that blessing. That's sad though. But we here though. We stronger now, man, because of this fall. Cause we gonna get back up. You know what I'm saying? We up now. We strong. Stronger than ever. We getting stronger every millisecond. For real.
What the scriptures say, man, day by day.
Day by day. Day by day. Wow, I couldn't do nothing but think about the Elder Marty Ma. Like, are you serious? Like that was too similar. Like, wow. I know Elder Marty Ma, he was going through some physical things. That had him feeling how he was feeling and his family. But It's all too familiar. They both go out the same way. That's crazy. Or similar, but that was crazy. Like, why he ain't call the community? Why he ain't call the Kahan? Let them know how he feeling. Like, it's not like they ain't have a direct line to the Kahan. You know what I'm saying? For real. Ain't no excuse, man.
That's the thing. They done programmed us to be silent, thinking that we gotta suffer by ourselves when we got brothers here. Like, you know, I'm hurting, but I'm gonna stay quiet and you just deal with it. You know, even like with sisters, like these sisters feel like they think it's a game. Like they think this stuff funny. You know, if the tables was turned on them, they'd be out here boycotting. You know. But because it's us, you know, they had to come after Adam first. You need to take Adam out. Anything a masculine man is nothing that they want to see out here.
Mm-hmm.
And the Aqua was a masculine man. I ain't seen no feminine spirit on him.
Yeah.
So they you know, that's what Eves do, especially a wicked Eve. Dismantle, destroy. She got her plan vindictive as hell. You know? Turn the child against the father. She her whole plan, you know, she probably don't care about the man she with right now. She just wanted to destroy.
Wow.
That's how these wicked Eves roll, man. I'm be telling the ox, man, don't these women, man, they daughters of Zion, they done some wicked stuff, man. They done some wicked stuff to our ox already. There ain't no time to focus on no woman right now. If you focus on a woman, you gonna fall. You gonna fall straight. Well, it talks about an adulterous woman, where your feet's gonna lay. It poison to your bones. Fact. You know, it's a hard thing to see such a masculine man, a presence like that, ultimately destroyed. No coming back for the ark, man. It's crazy, man. But it also shows me I gotta be on mine. You know, I gotta. It's time we get concerned about our own souls. If it can happen to him, y'all think y'all exempt? None of us exempt here. The battle is on. Satan, he here, he waving around, laughing. He's like, ha, got one of yours. He think it's a joke, like we, you know, ain't no joke. Time to throw some blows back at his head.
I got one of your chosen few. I got one of your chosen.
That's how you think it's a joke. Yeah.
You got one, all right.
Nah.
Well, you may have got that one, but you done rose up a mini. You know what I mean? You done awakened a mini for real. Like I can't front, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like being in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, real talk. Like regardless of the cuts, regardless of the chastisement, you can't. If your spirit is in the right place, bro, you can't. Out of 100% of your day. And this to keep it funky, I believe that each and every one of us, especially the ones that's consistent, Kadar, Banks, Benaya, you know what I'm saying? And man, I know Jadir, I know it was like we looking at them old clips of the Kahan when he just airing it out minute after minute, just spitting that right knowledge for real. Like I feel weird doing anything else if the majority part of my day, if I'm not at the just over broke, you know what I'm saying? I'm not resting, I'm not working out. I'm listening to that right knowledge. Now, I mean, you know what the Quran said? Listen to this truth at least 10 times. I got 160 video playlists of the Quran. You know what I'm saying? And this, it's on repeat, bro. It puts me to sleep, bro. I can't see myself moving no other kind of way, man. And I know if I'm down bad, I know I can call my brothers like, I need y'all. I'm going through this. I'm going through that. But I'm so strong that I know I'm good to the point. You know what I'm saying? That if I have to, I know I can go there. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, come on, man. The high holy days. You know what I'm saying? Brothers like, man. Brothers calling you out the blue way, what's going on with the other brothers on the line. What's up? I just want to bring woo 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 to your attention. This, that, and the third. Yeah. What's up? Like, come on, man. Who else doing that, man? Nobody else doing that, man. That's crazy. That brother knew he had a mean community, man. He knew he had a strong community, man. He knew that, man. It's more to it than that, man. For real. And as much as we go over the de facto, how the Quran goes over how he went through, you know what I'm saying, and defeated the de facto. Come on, man. Knowing how you can get remedy from dealing with the de facto. Come on now. Come on now, bro. And you come on now. We deal with math, man. The ratio to women to men is 20-1. Man. And you know how you can go about getting your offsprings. You don't got to say nothing. Please refer to the record. Let the record speak for itself. Come on, man. It's more to it than that, bro. I don't know, man. Gotta be more to it than that, bro. We know the system is just that wicked, but it gotta be more to it than that. But at the end of the day, man, it's a lesson well learned. I know I'm getting stronger. Don't get me like that. That's dead. Yeah. That brother was too strong, King. Brother was too strong, man. Like the brother Banks said, man. You ain't see no sense of feminine attributes in the brother. For real. Even when I first came encounter with the brother on the live, you know what I'm saying? When I acknowledged my faults, acknowledged my shortcomings, and he just reciprocated and understood, and you know what I'm saying? It came into just he can relate, you know what I'm saying, to how you fall dealing with your lower self. I knew that brother was a strong brother, man, for real. Man, he was a strong brother. That's right. His energy, you know what I mean, gonna live through us for real. The strong part that is. Cause I'd be damned if I go out like that.
Yeah, this is a lesson, man. Gotta stay with these scriptures. If these scriptures never let these scriptures leave us, man, it's the only strength moving forward, hence from now. So no, you ever leave the Most High, don't let him leave you. You know, don't leave these scriptures, man, because it can be anyone, anyone. He out here for us, man. Satan out here for us. So stay on this.
Shit, first chance, that wicked energy see that we done fell off our square, man, they on us. Attached to it like a leech. Like, okay, I got another one. Nah, you ain't getting none of us. Man. That's over with.
Well, I think the scripture said, why fear the man that can kill the body? Fear the one that can kill the body and damn the soul to hell forever. So I fear the Lord, the Most High only. What they do to us ain't gonna matter. They can do what they want.
Right. Man, it's so real, King. Like that. That's all. We got the ultimate defense. We got our Creator against this wicked Kabbalah, man. That's all we got. Right? That's stronger than any Teflon and anything. All we gotta do is stand on our square and be a man. Be what the Creator designed us to be, man. We're gonna be all right. Stay within the word. Stay within the truth. All we gotta do. We're gonna be all right. No man imposed upon you. None. Just stand within the truth. That's all I do. What they say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Like the Creator in our life, man, you crazy.
Therefore, I know what the Lord thinks of me, thoughts of peace and not evil, to give me hope in the future, man. Once you know them precepts, man, you gotta tell yourself these things over and over. Fight, Satan. You trying to talk in your head, fight that. I'm like, nah, man, you a liar. I'll be the type of person, Satan come to me and say, didn't the scripture say not to tempt your Lord? That's how we gotta face our battles, Ox.
No, I ain't playing with the Creator. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Temptation is real. But once you reflect on where you came from and where you at now, how they kept you in this grace, man, you're a fool for real to think that the Creator ain't got you close to him. As soon as you act like you got it, or you're acting like you ain't humble no more, can't humble yourself no more. Here comes showtime for this wicked self.
Yeah, you done. One thing this teach me though, man, even in the scriptures, and this lesson, a woman, man, is always gonna be your downfall. The wrong woman will always be your downfall. Woman and man.
Keep trying to tell dudes that, man. They think I'm being harsh.
No. All you gotta do is just stand strong, man. Stand strong. Be what you designed to be. For real. Let us make man after our image and after our own likeness. What? Just that right there speaks volumes, King. We was made in the image and likeness of the Most High. You ain't gotta fear nothing. You ain't gotta fear nothing. The Creator created you after His image and after His own likeness. You ain't gotta fear nothing. Look another man dead in his eyes, be like, aren't you and I equal under all law? Who are you to impose upon me? Man. What? Oh, man. That's all that runs through my mind whenever I even see the constables. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking about, oh man, who are you to impose upon me? Stand in harmony, moving as the creditor, the ambassador of peace. Ain't no way, man. You're supposed to be letting this wicked system get us that low, man. For real. Ain't no way, man. Ain't no way.
All right, man. I'm gonna shut this down up. Okay. Let me shut it down, man.
I know when I got the Salakia, I know when I got the word, for some reason that soundtrack, you know what I'm saying, from that movie Fast and Furious, when one of those actors had passed away. You know what I'm saying? It was like that track. It was something like, it's been a long day since I saw you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. You know what I mean? As I'm reading the text from the Quran, all I can do is think about. I can hear that track playing in my head. I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. Okay. I get a chance now, man, to pray with the brother. You know what I'm saying? To walk with the brother, to break bread with the brother. You know what I'm saying? But he did reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? We built for a little bit. I really kicked myself in the butt for not making a high holy day for real. I ain't get a chance to break bread with the brother for real. And I can hear his voice.
About to go say a little prayer, man, for the yeah. For 7 days more.
I can hear him. I can hear him and Brother Qadar, but they were talking about Brother Qadar, we just gonna start over at the Passover. Real talk, like really though. Wow. Really though, man. It's crazy.
Well, thank you for everyone to coming. For praying for Barak Shah. Please continue to do so for the next 7 days. Yeah. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Stay strong, brother.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
I know the Kahan, Kadar, and Benai gonna put together a track. I mean, for real, I can hear it now. I know they're gonna put together something nice. For real.
I'm gonna shut this down because my phone keeps shutting down anyways, man. Say shalom, man.